I think without further ado, it is time to finally start this event. Actually, before I do that, I should probably set up my support here. Let's get the support set up here done, and then we can officially begin. Because I've got plenty of the stuff, so I may as well do it. Support setup. There we go. Alright, so according to the Kscopedia guide, under event support, we want Mashu in the primary slot with one of these. Any Saber class servant is good, because none of them get an event bonus, so we'll go with our strongest of Proto. He wants the 4-star CE. Does anybody else want it? It looks like the Rider slot does. So we'll give Proto the better of the two. In the Archer slot, it wants us to throw Demiya or Tomoe. Demiya is my better of the two, and it doesn't list a CE, strangely enough, so I will throw upon you. We'll throw one of our 3 stars. Lancer is going to stay blank for now because I don't have Aris. Rider is going to be Marie, who will be obtaining the 4-star CE. Caster, it says Edison or Nursery Rhyme. We'll go Nursery with the 3-star CE. Assassin, I don't have the chosen assassin, so we'll just go with King. You know what? No, Kama gets some time in the sun. Kama, you deserve some fun times. It's been a while since I've used you, so yeah. We'll go Kama. I don't know who that is under the Berserker slot, so I'll just go with XA, also with the 3-star CE. And finally, in the support slot will be the man, the myth, the legend, Voyager, with the 5-star CE. And I'll just go ahead and put another of the 5-star CEs there, so that when I do get Reese, I can boost her up. I might actually expedite the leveling process of Voyager here. I might do such a thing. But regardless of all that, it is now time to begin the event. So, that was a sudden shift in the musical mood. Alright. Sit up straight. Oh, my abdomen hurts. I've been doing a lot more sit-ups and such lately, so got that pains. Alright, so prologue. Mysterious game and a traveling young boy. Alright. Very soothing music. Very soothing. Indeed. Children servants. All abound. I can see board games on the tables over there. Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty. I can see them having a bit of something with board games. Mystery ones. The Gamer Trio. Understandable for them. The rivalry between those two would definitely lend itself well to some board games. Games between pals. I'm surprised Sanson isn't there. Yeah, what's all the commotion about? TTGs are the new hotness in Caldea now, Senpai. We should investigate this matter ourselves. TTGs, tabletop games. Oh yes, I'm sorry. It's an abbreviation for tabletop games. The database says that while TTGs encompass a wide variety of genres, including dice, cards, and role-playing, and they typically refer to board games, which are the kind that Caldea is currently caught up in. While I haven't played many of them myself, I do know that some of the most famous board games include chess, shogi, go, and checkers. In particular, board games have a very long history, with some of them dating back to ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Roman Empire. Yeah, I actually am a fan of tabletop games. Really? Then you'll have to introduce me to some of your favorites. But not right now, I'm afraid. Aww. As you can see, the cafeteria has kind of been taken over by the other TG fans, some of whom are prone to rather heated disagreements. Can we see some of those examples? Just seeing our guest overnight to solve the puzzle before it runs out of Ubongo. You solved it already, Chirp. Are you kidding me? No way, this really isn't my thing. Abby's a smart girl. Abby's a smart little girl, so that's understandable. Don't worry, it's easy. Just move this piece over here and... Hey, no helping. What? What kind of weird battle cry is that? Can't you just go yar like a normal pirate? I wasn't being weird, I just couldn't stop my orc from exploding out of me any longer. I get it, you got the prompt for building up power, right? Exactly, I know you would understand my brother from another mother. Wait, you just gave away the answer. I guess all he really wants is attention. I'm still not feeling this sound charade game. If I wanted to perform, I'd have gone into showbiz. Of course, I don't mind putting on a little razzle-dazzle if it helps move merchandise, but that ain't what's going on here. How about a different game? We got anywhere you can get a chance to strike it rich? I believe that offers something like that. It's all about setting sail for new lands in search of gold. Perfect, now that's what I'm talking about. Let's get ourselves some treasure. You're on, Spaniard. No way I'm letting you win this one. Really? It's over just like that? You're not even going to comment on my heartfelt performance? Psych, nobody beats Blackbeard at a treasure hunt. Okay. Ah, Heartland! Okay, so this is our field of vision, and this is an incidence orientation modifier. So since we're inside the atmosphere, this changes to... I don't get any of it. But I do kind of like the way it hunches down when it's in hovering mode. Am I understanding this? Are we all really about to fly off the map without ever getting to fight a single battle? I think this game might be a little too realistic. I mean, if it's not even we Valkyries can manage to get off the ground with these systems. I can't believe this. Things like inertia management and three-dimensional movement are giving us so much trouble in this game. In real life, they're so much more intuitive that we don't even have to think about them. That sounds like Kerbal Space Program, I'm not gonna lie. You guys are doing up on close-quarter dogfights. This flashy circus's action is gonna be in mid-air combat. It won't matter what kind of fighting it is if we can't get our units up to go or aim where they're supposed to. I'm gonna try hunching down to you. How's this? Am I doing it? Wait, ouch, this really does a number on your lower back. Is that shogi piece supposed to be me? Medjed, was it? Oh, now that you mention it, you do look like a ghost piece, don't you? So, it's just a coincidence, right? Or what? Have you been with the ghost this whole time or something? Insolence, how dare you? Hey, what's the big idea flipping our board? I had her right where I wanted her. This is divine justice at work. You're pulling the divine justice card on me. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Now, there's no need for dramatics here. Why don't you join us for the next game, Medjed? I think you'll find us a lot in common with the ancient game Queen Nefertiti used to employ. Huh? Oh no, I couldn't dare do anything, so... I mean, very well then, I won't lose. Oh, so you want to settle this on a game board, do you? Fine by me. Then let's go ahead and put everything back where it belongs, shall we? I think it'd be best if I kept the fact that I was one move away from checkmate to myself. I don't know how shogi works. Yang. Well, I had no idea there were so many variations on Chinese chess that made it after it came from China to India. To China from India. Just look at all these adorable animal pieces. I especially love the giraffe and the chick. I can certainly see a sense in sending lions and elephants off to war. But a chick as in a baby chicken or even trying to defeat me? By the way, you there. Why do you keep fidgeting like that? Grandma. Sister Nightbright. Tamuket, is that you back there behind you? Sure is. What's the meaning of this? Are you trying to incur my wrath? It's not like that at all, sister, I promise. Do you see Master over there so clearly yearning to join us? I decided that if I saw even the slightest sign that Master might be getting to lose, I would put Tamuket up to the board, running to ruin the game for good. Oh, no, you don't. There will be no cats on my game board. I'm going to ruin the game even if it costs me to save Master's life. Come forth, Nico Golge Holmes, the Great Chimera. Did you just stick Nikola Tesla's right arm and Sherlock Holmes' left arm on Florence Nightingale's body of still phone? Good lord, what the heck are they playing? Pretty perfect, huh? That's not the word I would have chosen. Oh, why not? Come on, you know how Nightingale's also known as the White Angel, Retyrant, don't you? You called? She's actually here? Does someone require treatment? Not exactly. We needed full-blown operations. Amputations at that. Not to worry, I have plenty of experience with those. Now, where are the patients that require amputation? Is it you? What? No! It's Tesla and Holmes. Oh, Astolfo, you mad lad. Are you nuts? I'll begin the operation at once. Don't you dare go with her, Astolfo. Come on, let me go. You're gonna make me miss the best part. This isn't a joke. Your little son is about to lead to an unimaginable disaster. Again! Then shouldn't you be sticking around? How else are you gonna make sure justice is served? Well, I would, except Nigel kind of scares me. Aww. I must say it's been delightful engaging a battle of wits with you again, old chap. Though, of course, I doubt this battle will be settled anytime soon, given the usual pace of a chess game. Only if one assumes neither of us will make any mistakes. A fair point. Who can be said to not make the occasional mistake or have the odd accident? Even so, we are talking about you here. Is that your way of saying this will be a protected and evenly matched battle of wits? Well, that does indeed sound most engaging. Excuse me, Mr. Holmes, it's time for your emergency treatment. Treatment? Perhaps there's been some misunderstanding. I'm quite sure I've been more moderate with my usage as of late. His usage! Oh, man. They're slipping in that reference to about Holmes rumors. I'll be happy to hear any concerns you may have after your treatment has been administered. Just a moment. I refuse to go anywhere without Watson, my primary physician, present. Farewell, Holmes. I'll see your final moments put to some good use in my memoirs. They'll doubtlessly stir readers' curiosity and make me a bundle. How dare you put out such a vile bootleg, Professor? Whatever you do, you better not publish it under Watson's name. They got a good dynamic, too. It's very funny. There you have it, Senpai. It's basically like a tabletop game version of Gehenna, or maybe a Kaliata Coliseum. If you get too close without taking proper precautions, the constant invitations are liable to drive you mad and rob you of your ability to make sound judgment. Or are you losing your way here too, Machan? Don't try to resist. Give in to the dork side. Oh, come on in. We're always happy for new blood around here. I'd be happy to be your opponent in any matter of game. Please, right this way. Oh, to be clear, when I speak of games now, I refer to analog variety rather than the digital ones. Video games are still wonderful, of course, but there's also a great deal to be said about for competing face-to-face with wooden pieces you can feel with your own hands. What do you say, Master? I don't have anything against games. Had a feeling you'd say that. Wonderful, then let's see what you've got. That is total... Hang on, that totally looks to be Catan right there. Maybe. That kind of looks like Catan down on that bottom right one. Oh, goodness. That's no good habit. I just have to acquire a new copy of the mystery game that... Wait, I'm sorry, did you say mystery game? Was that Edison? What's going on? You should take a look. No problem, me and my game will still be here later. Thank you, Osaka Behime. This makes no sense. How come my direct current and I possibly lost? Now, do you understand, you mangly plebeian? You'll face unvarnished historical truth. Oh boy, what's going on? Well, so you picked a great time to show up. Sound like there was some sort of problem here. Did they just finish a game? Things seem to have been very tense around here. Don't worry, it's just business as usual. You know how Edison loves to stay on top of trends, right? In this case, it led him to trying his hand at a tabletop game. Still, everything was fine up until Tesla challenged him to the worst kind of game possible. What sort of game? It's called Current Wars. Of all the games he could have played, it had to be one that recreates their own real-life attempts to drag each other down. I see, that definitely doesn't sound like the kind of game where they could settle their differences in a single round. Damn half-witted eccentric, how dare you employ such deviousness to drag Direct Current's name through the mud. Don't blame me, the weaker option will always give way to the stronger one. It's only natural. This is inevitable, no matter how many simulations one chooses to run. Excuse me. And they have proclaimed loud and clear that alternating current is civilization's best friend. So now that it has been proven to the right path to take humanity to the stars and beyond... Excuse me, Mr. Tesla, but it's time for your operation. What's this about? Do you need electricity for it? And by electricity, of course, I mean alternating current. No, all I need is your right arm. That's an oddly specific request, but very well. My lightning and I shall be there to help you at once. Oh, man. Well, I don't know what that was all about, but at least we don't have to worry about things getting out of hand now. True, though I can't help but worry that Tesla's a little... Don't bother worrying about that halfwit. Just be glad he's finally gone. I know I am. On a different subject, I have to say I don't care for these board game things. In fact, I consider them to be an outright eyesore. Only because you've not actually won one, right? How could these things possibly be good if they don't let it obviously correct choice prevail even once? Yes, just leave it at that. I swear, I'd love to know where you got your confidence from. At any rate, it's abundantly clear that these newfangled games are complete wastes of time. With you, the only thing worse than a game played alone is when you have to play with other people. Disagreements are meant to be resolved on the battlefield. Bringing them home is just crazy. Great, now I've got this guy. He seems like he'd turn every game he played into some kind of deathmatch. True, he certainly isn't the kind of person I expect to show up here. I think he may only add fuel to the proverbial fire. Wonderful, I don't know who you are, friend, but I'm delighted to find a like-minded compatriot. You want to add me to your friends list? Request denied. Anyway, why don't you tell them how it really is? All games are meaningless diversions. They're nothing but pathetic time killers for hypocrites. No matter how much you play them, they'll never leave you with anything of value. They're practically the devil himself tempting you away from focusing on the real matters, and they should all be regulated out of existence. That's what you really want to say, isn't it? I don't know. That might be going a bit too far even for me. There we go. Let's just leave it at that for now, shall we? Besides, plenty of things out there have more value than you might expect. It's not like the only things you can see and touch, or that endure forever, have value in this world. Some people find games to be the most fulfilling thing life has to offer, while others find fulfillment by living life as though it were a game. There's nothing wrong with any of that. For example, Edison, did you know some people refer to Uniqlo's engineering battles as a game played between two geniuses? Easy for them to say. Now I see, so that's why there's even a board game based on their conflict. So tabletop games offer people an opportunity to pit their wits against each other, pushing each other to greater heights than they could reach on their own. If that's true, it doesn't seem right to just do away with them all and say they're a waste of time. You said it. I couldn't agree more. Da Vinci. There's nothing at all wrong with games. In fact, they're great at getting people to practice thinking things through and taking calculated risks. But as in all things, moderation is key. What brings you here, Da Vinci? You gonna play? Something pretty odd, as it turns out. Is this about that mysterious new game? Mysterious game? Now that you mention it, I do think I recall someone mentioning something along those lines. Yeah, someone left it just lying around here. No idea who owns it or even how to play it, since it doesn't come with a manual. All I know is for sure is it comes in count 'em, 5 boxes. It appears to be a standard board game that has been customized with an assortment of house rules, so there's nothing stopping us from playing it. I'm sensing something ominous about it. A board game that spontaneously appeared on its own, Bizarre but fascinating. Have you already played it? Much of course. I mean, what's the point of discovering a new game if you're not going to try it? Hell, the mechanics are so crazy deep that we were about to stay up all night trying them all out. I can understand being curious about the unknown, but I'm a little concerned at how engrossing it's proving to be. Oh? I think you'd better see for yourself. Come with me. Okay, that is quite the box. It's plundering time. Your lumber is mine now, Maria. How could you, Amadeus? You don't even have to use lumber. You can make it with bricks just as easily, you big jerk. That's the closest Maria's ever come to using profanity. Something definitely isn't right here, Senpai. It looks like they've been possessed. Hey guys, how many days has it been since you got any sleep? If you're talking about how much we need sleep, then it comes down to personal preference. But if you're talking about our magical energy reserves, I think we all still have plenty to spare. I understand how you feel. It's all too easy to lose track of everything when one's caught up in a game. Must be nice to be so oblivious, or maybe the world is looking for the word greedy. Oh, well, what are we waiting for? Let's all shut ourselves in and take a plunge into this game's world. Uh-oh. If I pursue this any further, I don't know if there'll be anything coming back, but then again, I can practically hear the mystic calling to me. They look like they're having the time of their lives. Senpai, do you think maybe we could join them just for a round or two? Come on, join us. Tabletop games are awesome. Trust me. No, they've all become completely addicted. This game is far too dangerous to leave unregulated. I'll have to put the Present King executive order banning it forever. Yeah, you don't have any kind of authority here, and even if you did, the Heroic Spirits would never obey it. We're gonna have to figure out another solution to this problem. Voyager! Senpai, do you recognize the child over there? I don't think I've seen him before. Hello. Me? Where'd you come from? Far away. That's strange. It almost feels like there's some kind of lag in his responses. He came from inside that game. Did you say from inside the game? Yes, I did. I saw him come out from myself. The game on the table jumped up all of a sudden, and then the boy came tumbling right out. First a mystery game, now a mystery box, and if I'm not mistaken, he looks like he's a servant, too. A game? The place it looks like you came from. You mean the forest or the desert? The forest or desert? What do you think he's talking about, Senpai? No, not me. I know the way. I'm not going to get lost. But she's different. She's always been lost. She never goes to the forest. She never drops to the desert. She just stands alone in the city, surrounded by people. That's why I came here, from where she is. Who are you talking about? But you are qualified, so you are a special case. What is it you have there? You've been holding on to it since this whole time, haven't you? Why are you hiding it? Is it a secret? Is it something bad? No. Then why won't you let me see it? Because you need to be qualified. Qualified? Is that why Soul can see it, but I can't? Qualifications, Sounds like he's talking about a master aptitude. That would explain it. Means the new kid really is a servant, then. He sure doesn't look like a hero to me. So does this mean you're choosing Senpai to be your master? A master? You don't know what a master is? Well, that's strange. Why did you come here, anyway? I'm still in the middle of a journey, which is exactly why I... Hey, mister, would you look at this? Game piece of the Voyager probe, I'm guessing. This is quite exquisitely made. Let me see, I want to see it too. How come Edison can see it, but I can't? You're so mean. Because he's allowed to see it. Oh? He's the one who led me to the stars. He's the one who set me on my journey. I've got it. I know what your true name is now. You remember me. But of course, you're Voyager. That's right. That's what some people call me. I knew it. You're Voyager, the unmanned space probe. You launched into outer space. Your launch into the outer reaches of our solar system was the most historic feats humanity has ever accomplished. Voyager, that's what they used to call people who explore the unknown ships, right? But you're the actual ship. Yes, I'm a ship, although I can't carry any passengers. A space probe, so you're a servant of an inanimate object. I mean, I know there have been other servants who came about when the concept of certain man-made creations became heroic spirits, but... Because exactly, people really do come up with all sorts of lovely dreams, don't they? It just goes to show how many people saw Voyager here as a true hero. Personally, I couldn't be prouder. He began his grand adventure in the summer of 1977 when he embarked on a journey across the Sea of Stars. In fact, his voyage even continues today, using the gravitational pull of passing planets to slingshot himself beyond the heliosphere. What an amazing accomplishment, and even now his ultimate destination is still being updated, while your journey continues to expand humanity's maps of the universe even as we speak. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I see, sir, you're like a pseudo-servant. That's a record of both the past and currently going on phenomena. Pseudo-servant? Essentially, you're the embodiment of people's aspirations to reach the outer space. You're the hope for a brighter future, a guide for all humanity, and the crystallized essence of the time when people believed in unhindered progress, all rolled into one. Would you mind if I took a inside your treasure too? It must be really something special. Aw, come on, don't tell me you care more about your pledge to the Stars and Stripes than you do the Renaissance Homo Universale. I can see why you'd be proud, Edison. It was the U.S. that came up with the Voyager plane, after all. Of course it was. My homeland has always been at the forefront of progress and innovation. That being said, you yourself said you were still in the middle of your journey, Voyager. So what are you doing here? And why'd you come out of a board game? Don't try to deny it. I saw the whole thing. Is it 'cause you decided to end the game for good? If so, I wouldn't mind helping you out. That's the game piece he was holding on to. I think he wants you to take it, Senpai. You want to play this game? I'm afraid it's too late for that now. You'll just have to wait until tomorrow. Well, look at you scowling back. Seems you mean business. So what is it you want? You trying to challenge us, lure us in? That's enough for now, Amiya. He's obviously just exhausted. Come on, Voyager. I'll show you the way to my workshop. He doesn't want to leave. It's okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm just going to run some tests on you, that's all. Oh no, there's a bad person doing bad things here. Oh, stop it. This is well within the scope of my operations as Chaldea's technical advisor. Honestly, I'd just love to bring back the mystery game and take a look at that, too. Something's clearly going on in this game, so we need to play. I think that's essentially what it is. But something tells me they're not going to be putting it down anytime soon. Be extra careful with him, alright? Voyager there is the pride and joy of all humanity, you know. Don't worry, I'm well aware. What is it, kid? You got something to say, spit it out. You might be a heroic spirit, but it still only takes a second for an idea to die on the vine, especially from you idealistic types. Well, good night, everyone. Sweet dreams. I want to go where she is. Oh. Voyager. What's going on, dude? Voyager certainly is a mysterious boy, isn't he? He clearly has a will of his own, but he talks as though there's a constant time barrier getting between us. I also noticed he kept looking directly at you, Senpai. Yeah, I definitely should have accepted it. No, I think you made the right choice there, Senpai. Da Vinci was indirect about it, but she warned us to be careful around him. There's still a lot we just don't know about the Voyager, after all. But it did pain me to have to refuse. He looks so earnest. I can't imagine that all he wants to do is just play a game. I wonder what he's trying to tell us. Hopefully Da Vinci will be able to figure out the lag issue result in her workshop. I wonder who he was so concerned about. Yeah, I do. I'm guessing I know who, but it seemed like it was bothering him a lot. It's probably Aris, or however you pronounce her name. The next morning. Somebody come quick, it's the servants. They've all gone missing. Given the cafeteria's state of disarray, I can only imagine they must have simply disappeared while they were still caught up in their all-night game night. Hey there, Sol, I'm afraid it's just as bad as it looks. All the servants who were having a blast in here last night are nowhere to be seen. And they all went... As far as I can tell, they made a spiriton dive into a different phase of existence in something of a strangeness similar to a ray shift. Into the game. It seems they were trapped inside a board game, specifically that mysterious new one. Given the trapped servants, I think I remember something like that happening before. Yeah, I've been trying to contact the trapped servants, but so far, no dice. And I doubt they'll even be able to make it back here on their own either. So yes, as much that it looks like they've been all trapped inside this game. My, so they're all so caught up in the game, they've fallen head over heels to watch. Well, into it. I knew it. I knew we should have banned all games for good. You had the right idea. You just snacked on it soon enough. But hey, this works out nicely. Now that all those lazy servants are gone, Kalea's overall ability to plan and execute has gone way up. Yeah, not the time, Alter. It's not a routine. I'm just seeing what everyone's thinking. Still, a job's a job. If the objectives save them, then that's what I'll do. I can go. Want to go with me? Voyager. Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned that yet, have I? Voyager here is a foreigner, a visitor from another world, and according to eyewitness testimony, he came from inside this very game. It's true, I saw him myself. Voyager, does this mean you can take us inside the game? If you want to come with me, I'm sure I can take you. Sure. Sounds like fun. I see, that sounds like a kind of contract. And you did say last night that Senpai was qualified. So you meant that he was qualified to go inside this mysterious game as one of its players. I still don't know what you mean by game, but this place is complicated and dangerous, and kind of fun. It's also where we'll find her. Come on, let's go. Here. Yeah, he wants me to take it. Let's go, together. You got it. I'm glad. You're the kind of person I thought you were, Lone Master of Chaldea. Golden light surrounding Senpai and Voyager. They're both glowing and floating in the air. Let me ask you something. Are we friends? Sure! Then let's go find her. Wait, please take me with you too. I can't just sit back and do nothing. I have to go after everyone too. As Voyager's de facto legal guardian, I too have a direct responsibility to come along to ensure your safety. Well, I can't let you run off with nothing but a couple of casts for protection. Alright, let's see what kind of nonsense we get up to this time. I'll say here, someone's got to make sure we have a way to stay in touch after all. Alright, guys, bon viago. You have a lot of friends, don't you? She used to, too, but now she's all alone. And you're talking about... You'll see what I mean once you meet her yourself. Whee! Whoa. This looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. This looks pretty awesome. Alright, I'm gonna go to... you know what? Unlocked after you complete the first game. So I can't even go to the event screen. That's hilarious. So, another story node. We get another of the 3-star CE. First game, monopolizing Mosaic City. Okay. Excuse me. Ugh, that was a bad burp. Ugh. Is that... The game board. A game board. Whee! And this place is... Where are we? This is Akihabara, a city inside the game. This doesn't look like the Akihabara I know. Akihabara, a town famous for its technology and culture, although I don't recall half of it being underwater before. It's certainly beautiful, but it's also just decadent beyond redemption. Even for a game saying this is just too sad. Assuming those aren't tears, which it must be the ocean. Assuming those aren't tears, then it must be the ocean. No, I'm sure of it. A great body of salt water is ebbing towards the city. Climate change? The sea level has risen so much that Akihabara is now a coastal city. Looks like this place managed to hold on just one step shy of full-blown collapse. Cop-outs. That's mean. This is a very special city. A big war took place here, the last war that ever revolved around a Holy Grail. The last Holy Grail War. It happened a little after you. I'm sure you're all okay. That war changed a lot of things. It's what made the city look like this. This place is important to me. I'm sure it is to her, too. So I'm sure this is where we'll find her. And yeah, still don't know who you're talking about. My best friend. She got lost, and now she's all alone. There aren't many people like that in this city, because here... Oh yeah, I didn't know you guys were here too. Welcome to Akihabara. And it's Monday Dojo. What's Monday Dojo? It's the world of play inside this board game. You guys saw the pieces that make up the mysterious game set too, right? Those are the miniatures of the Monday Dojo. There are 5 cities altogether, each with its own game. Akihabara here is one of them. See, that does shed a little of light on what's going on, but I'm still wondering what your, gingerbread friend there is. Hey, who are you calling a gingerbread? Gosh, I'm sorry, Master. These people still have a lot to learn about the ways of the world. Did you just call that, figure, Master? I sure did. This lovely lady here is my master here in Akihabara. Though, of course, I didn't find that out until after I got here, either. Don't be ridiculous, Helena. You and I have always been destined to be partners. We? Then you must be right. This is my Akihabara self we're talking about, after all. What's going on, Senpai? Both Helena and this world seem a little off. They're not just a little off. They're way off. People didn't look like this in Akihabara, I know. See, so this is strange for you, too. That master looks just like the maple pieces in one of my favorite board games. So even humans become a literal part of the game here, as Skinnell says that is. I can't help but admire the sheer scale of this standardization. Hey, quit staring at me. Oh, I'm sorry. What's going on here, Helena? Are these people servants? They're not rogue servants, are they? By all means, I'd be happy to explain, my temporary master. These people are servants of Chaldea. That boy there is the only master among them. What, you mean he's a single master with multiple servants? But that's impossible. It's perfectly normal in Chaldea. You know how in this city everyone has a holy grail within them, as well as a contract with the servant. Oh! Okay. Well, in Chaldea, there are only a few holy grails in the entire world. Unbelievable. Those poor people, how in the world do they get by without their own holy grail? Well, now, what a fascinating setting. So in this world, everyone and their mother has a contract with the heroic spirit. I've never heard of anything like it. It sounds simply wonderful. It sounds downright terrifying. It does sound both terrifying and wonderful. What happens when someone draws a servant who's only good for killing, like me? I'll tell you, any hope of average Jane had of dying a peaceful death goes right down the drain. What makes you think that? Aren't you a good person? Person? No. Weapon? Yes. Which means I'm also a halfway decent servant. Like I said, the only thing I'm good for is killing. It's the whole reason I'm here. And as long as I, and everyone else around me knows that what I am, there's no problem. Period. Simple, right? Now, don't ask me any more pointless questions. Couldn't help it. You kind of remind me of someone I know. On a different subject, what is that brings you here, Master of Chaldea? Save people who went missing. The other one is probably can't be in hot water. You mean like me? It's not just you, Blavatsky. A great number of servants have disappeared under mysterious circumstances. They must have all been trapped in this game world. We need to bring them home at once. Oh my goodness me. So you want to kidnap my precious Helena? Don't worry, Master of Akihabara. I love my new life here. What are you saying, Helena? You don't seriously mean to stay here, do you? Don't you remember your friends in Chaldea? There's me, the half-witted eccentric, that Sigerson bastard. You guys don't get it, do you? Did you really think you could just leave whenever you wanted? What do you mean? The moment you jumped into the Monday show, you all became part of this world's mechanics. So you need to play the game if you want to leave Akihabara and go somewhere else. So we have to play this game and win. Winning will earn you tokens like this one. That looks like Voyager's little star icon. Once you have enough tokens, you'll be able to acquire the qualifications you need to leave the city. What happens if we should lose the game? Oh, you'll find out soon enough. Why, Soul, I didn't know you already had your own piece, even if it isn't a meeple. I'm glad to see you're so excited about this. Does this mean you're going to try your hand at the game? Sure. I'm great at games. Then let me give you this token as a little parting gift. Seba. Game start. Alright, it's time for our first game, Cold Pulley. Monopoly. It looks like. Maybe smaller. Definitely smaller. The rules are simple. Roll the dice to determine the number of spaces to move, and something will happen on whichever property your piece ends up on. The goal is to claim the whole city of Akihabara for yourself. Oh, I know this one. It's a famous board game where players compete to own property and grow their companies. Can I play too, Senpai? I've always wanted to try it. Let me roll the dice. I'm really good at it. So you're all going to team up? Fine. With me, just make sure your team stays the same until the game is over. The rest of you don't have meeples, right? They can just spectate this time. Fine with me. I'm a little tired anyway. Or if it's too soon for afternoon tea. Very well, then we'll stay and relax in the salon by the starting point. Good luck, Soul. Take from me. You don't want to let these kinds of games drag on for too long. Make sure you get back to while I still got my wits about me. Okay, let's get started, shall we? Here I go. Ooh, I popped my neck. Another mixed juice. And we get 2 normal dice. Okay. And we gained a token of Seba. Oh, wow. Explanation time, I'm guessing. It's probably a lot of explanation considering the loading. So, collect tokens to progress in the main quest. Roll the dice to move your piece. Clear the quest at the space where you land to gain a token. Number of quests available, tokens available. Some spaces will reward additional tokens if you land there again. Bonus quests are unlocked as you claim tokens. The main quest is unlocked once you claim a certain number of tokens. Collect various dice through the free quest and event item exchange. 6 types of dice are available. Choose your dice to control the space you land on. You can check the tokens from the event reward screen. Okay, and then the event shop here. So, there's 52 tokens. Higher tier ascension for Voyager, it looks like. Only 30 missions, right? Wow, only 30 missions in general. And then... Okay. Dust, awesome. Okay. This doesn't seem too complicated. I could roll the dice first, but I think... So I need to obtain 4 tokens in order to advance. There's a bunch of free quests, and 5, 10... Holy cow, there's a ton of these. Okay. I think I'm going to start off by doing these free quests first here. You know, get them out of the way. So show me... There's only 3 here. I think I want to start off with the... This one, it always should be the 3-star CE is the maxed out one. And let us go and assemble our first party. So this is a Rider node. Event bonus-wise, I don't have anything advantageous here, so we will go ahead and go with something. So Rider is weak to Assassin, or Alter Ego. Let's do this Skaha, who we will go ahead and equip with K-Scope, I think. The back line is going to have Mash, and actually not even Mash. We need Tamamo, because she is very close to being Bond 5, which will perma unlock her. There we go. And we'll throw these on them. And then this spot is where... So I'm pretty sure this is just... They just get damage boosts, right? I need to check that. Yeah, it's damage and bond. So I don't need them there. So we'll go with the Waver Scotty. Waver Scotty combo. Also with the Mixed Juicy. Okay. Lots of plus to the Mixed Juicy here. We are at plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That is a very good one. Alright, let's go. See how this rolls. Oh, stretch and hurts. Man, my abdomen muscles burn. Okay, I didn't even need to go K-scoping on this one. Should have expected that, really. I really should have expected that. I would not need to K-scope this early on in the event. But there's no kill quite like overkill. So let's go ahead and overkill now. Complete devastation. Glorious devastation. And then... Ishtar, Excited Venus. Okay. Again, this is gonna be so easy. Doot doot doot. And obliterate Exodia. I mean, Skaha. Boop. Bleh. Okay, I'm looking through the guide, and it doesn't look like any of the quests on the game board will give me any drops as far as event currencies, so that's good to know. We did get a dice, and plentiful of the houses. Bronze fruit. Next one is casters. So we want the 4-star CE now. Gonna start getting into less likely to get things. So caster. We can probably, again, not have to worry too much about board setup here. So a rider or an alter ego. We need AoE. Or Berserker. You know, let's go with Martha here. Martha with the scope of Kaleidas. And then we go Voyager. Tamamo. Each with one of the 4-star CEs. Yes, yes, yes. And then this time, Waver Merlin. Also with the 4-star CEs. And we are well beyond the price range here. Okay. How close is Tama? Oh, she's going to get there from this quest. So we'll switch Voyager out for MASH for this one. And then next time we'll switch out Tama for Voyager. Not really much bond to be gained from this right now, but I'm sure when we get to the proper final ones, there will be plenty of wiggle room for bond gainage. Bunch of my gum skin just is peeling now. Almost like I burned it. Weird. Gotta check because it's bothering me too. There we go. I should have gone Marie. She has a damage bonus here. Completely forgot Marie had a boost in this event. I think 4 Rolos is fine. And doot doot doot. And now we just Martha Blast. Tomo, how about we play a coin game? No, Tom. Oh, I forgot to switch my outfit. I gotta do that next. Bye, Tama. Oh, so close for being finished with Tama's thing. Another dice. And then the final quest will always be the 5-star primary. This is where I'm doubting I'm going to find anybody easily, so no more max limit break. I'll go with this. This one's already on the right Mystic Code. Okay, so Berserker. In this case, we are going to want a foreigner. Funnily enough, this would be where Voyager would shine brightly. Unfortunately, Voyager is only level 1 right now, so we'll go Oi and then Waver. With that, Oi will take Scope. We definitely need Tama so we can finish her off. And then at that point, let's try and bring Voyager and Mash and see if we can't... We can come close to filling everything up with this. Very, very close. Okay. This will do for now, I guess. Alright, let's go. I'm looking at the future things, so yeah, I definitely need to get the tokens. Hiking type gamer. What is a hiking type gamer? And from here, it's just NP sweeps. I'm hoping that I can get dice pieces from the game board as well, because otherwise that'll make things a little bit painful. Plundering is nice even if it's a game. Well, I'm glad Ibaraki found something she enjoys other than, you know, plundering IRL. Come on. Buttons pressed proper. And Oi should destroy. Ooh, neck pop. Easy peasy. We did get some dice there, I saw. Looked like a blue dice, at least. And Tamamo is now officially Bond 5. We got a blue dice. A 4, 5, 6 dice. Okay, that's pretty cool. We're going to get a special thing for Tamamo now, because we officially unlocked her. I think that's how it works. Ooh, sit up straight. Ooh. Yep, there we go. Tamamo is officially summoned. I'll always be there for you. Your reliable shrine maiden fox caster has now arrived. Interlude E-Pal War is now unlocked. Fully join your roster. As a result, she will remain your servant after the campaign. Okay. And there we go. Tamamo is now officially a member of Chaldea. Woot. This is all of her stuff. There's only one interlude, it looks like. Alright, and that is all of those. So I have 4 6-sided dice and 1 4, 5, 6 dice. There's a lot of types of dice here. Can I purchase anything from here? No. I'll always start at the top and then work my way down. Alright, I guess that means that it is time to roll the dice. We'll do a normal dice. That was kind of adorable. A 2. Whee! So that is one mission done. Mission 3-1, Shooting Bullseye. Welcome to the shooting gallery. Aim carefully now. Okay. Looked like it was a caster type enemy, so I know that these ones do not have any rewards, so I will simply switch over to Melt and completely and utterly eviscerate this. Let me make sure I've got people that need bond points in the wings. I know Waver doesn't need them, so I'll swap him out. For Fujino, I'm almost bond 5 with literally everybody. Voyager is going to get bond up through the event, I think, is the best way to go about with him. Where was another bond one? There we go. Tea time. Alright, let's go. But after bond 5 with everybody, then I'm going to try and get the primary waifus up to bond 10, I think, is the best way to go about things. That was a long string of words I just said in a row. Spotters and gazers. Melt is definitely overkilling this. Most definitely gonna be some overkill up here. I was expecting something tougher. I'm not gonna lie. But as I always say, no kill like overkill. So, doot, doot, doot. That should be enough. Oh, you lied to me, game! You said there was no... It said there was no drops here. The Cud Poly board. The game lied. Or the guide lied, rather. Okay, so I guess I do need to... Gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna know. Congratulations, here's your prize, Uriel. It's my precious collection. I know, but I'm all you really need, aren't I, Master? Oh, you. Are they friends? I think so. Yeah, I have to ask him more about that when we get back for sure. So, let's see. Is it just bonus quests? Okay, so the bonus quests don't have any drops, but the others might? Okay, so it looks like it might be anything in the first 5 is... The first 4 is going to be the 3-star, the second is the 4, the third is that, and then the last set is a mixed note, it looks like. Got it. Okay. I got a token. We'll roll the dice again. Number 3, so that puts on space number... There. Scotty! Win or lose, it all comes down to luck. Enjoy your game. Holy Grail Tournament is now underway. Ooh. Crackle the neck. Okay. So that is a straight... Oh, go to 11. Okay. And that is 11... Question mark. Holy Grail Tournament. Does not look like there is any drops from this one. This Coliseum is for the chosen heroic spirits only. If you wish to enter, you must demonstrate either your intelligence and bravery, or your good fortune. I'll urge you for the Holy Grail Tournament, and just this once, I'll even waive the registration fee. Alright, you're all set up to start fighting. Good luck. Thank you. Okay, so this one officially has nothing. So it is a Rider-Caster. We'll go ahead and just take Amy's Voyager, and then... That's why I had waiver, isn't it? Okay, in that case, let's try and refresh for a support servant. There we go. And it is Rider-Caster. Well, we can probably still get away with Melt here, I think. Yeah, we can totally still get away with Melt. Probably could have gotten further with Majin Seba, aka Okitan, aka Okit Alter. Ooh. Ozzy and Gil. That's kind of hilarious, actually. That is more than a little hilarious. Well, Ozzy definitely needs to go down first, just because he will destroy the Scotties. But there is the slightest of chances that Melt will destroy Gil as well. So, let's find out. Especially with that code being the extra crit damage one. Oof. Bye, Ozzy. Bye, Gil. Okay. So I wonder, this thing can keep a list of your guides. Will it maintain? It does. And it does look like you want to land on the spaces multiple times as well. Oh. Excuse me, for full completion. But these spaces don't drop dice. Okay. So in other words, you are going to want to farm free quests to get dice. Well fought, a round of applause for these valiant warriors. Here's your prize token, Ozzy! And Catskill. Okay, we got double. Nice. Very nice. So I'm pretty sure that's enough to proceed, because I needed only 4. But I'm going to keep going. Numbers 15 and 16. Yep, the Lost Reaper. Ooh, that would unlock... Oh, I can't even roll. Okay, so it is automatically locking me in to have to do this. Okay. That's fine. So the Lost Reaper. Let me scroll down here. Or no, scroll. I wonder, does this maintain across both things? So that's still there, but does it show it down here? No, so we'll exit this one and using this one. So game 1-1, 4 tokens from Cudpully. It's a Lancer. Okay. No event drops for this one, so we'll go with... You know, we'll use Amy's Saberlot to destroy. And we'll go for more bonding. Because, you know, these 3, they need their bonding experiences. Sai's nearly bond 5. Mandracarbro is nearly 4. And Fujino is still bond 0. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Hesitation is defeat. I shouldn't have hesitated at all. I shouldn't have hesitated. Is something wrong, Voyager? Why did you stop? I found her. That's her. The girl you've been searching for. What do you guys want? If you're here to stop me, I'll end you. I've been looking for you, Reese. No way. Voyager, is that you? What are you doing here? And who are they? Why are you with them? Voyager chose me. You're a player of this game, too. And I guess this means you're also Voyager's new master. For now. Only for now. I see. Then that means we're rivals. Though, of course, unlike you, I don't have anyone else helping me out. I think Voyager said your name is Reese. Is that right? Some people used to call me that. Not that any of them are still around. But these days, I go by the other name I think the other name I go by might be a better fit. She has a bit of a dead look in her eyes, I'm not gonna lie. You have another name. What is it? The Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper? Of course, right now I'm just playing this game right here in Monde du Jour. I'm sure you're not thrilled with the idea of fighting for your lives, but I really can't stand needless dramatics. So don't worry, I'm gonna destroy this entire messed up world and all of you along with it. Once I've done that, everything should go back to normal. Yeah, we can resolve this peacefully. Calm down. Don't give me that nonsense. Every game needs winners and losers. Okay, she's a little bit more intense than her appearance. Her appearance definitely does not suggest this intense demeanor, I think is the best way to put it. No NP, at least. But, yeah, I don't think she's gonna last too long here, though. Whether or not she'll go down from one shot here from Lancelot or not, we'll find out. Gather rate. It's 3 turns, so yeah. And then a doot. Will Lancelot be enough to completely eviscerate this poor girl? Oh, yes. I didn't even fully buff him up. And he just eviscerated poor Urice here. Poor Urice. But that wasn't that bad. Not bad at all. Urice, please listen to us. Voyager's been trying to save you all this. So what you're saying I owe you after you went and stolen from me? You're wrong, Urice. This isn't over, not by a long shot. I don't know what the deal is with you guys or what's going on in this world, but I'm going to put an end to all of it. Oh, she's running away. Urice. Poor Voyager, he's going to be sad now. The Lost Reaper continues. I take it you're all okay. Edison, Nursery Rhyme, also, you're all here. We saw you fighting that girl. Who is she? Is she a servant? That was Urice. She's lost. So that's the friend you've been telling us about, Voyager. Yes, I'm not really sure. But I do know one thing. She wasn't always like that. Then something must have happened to her. Something that happens so often, people hardly notice. People decline. They make mistakes. They rot from the inside out. It's common for someone to grow entirely unrecognizable over time. But you still want to save Urice, don't you, Voyager? Yes, that's why I came here. And why I wanted you to come. Will you save her? Yep, can't sit back and do nothing. She definitely looked like she was having some issues. Thank you, Soul. I'm happy. It was good that it was you. Congratulations. You startled me. By the way, I know this is short notice, but I have some good news. Soul, you now have enough tokens to try your hand at the next stage. You beat the game? You can always play it again if you like, especially if you ever need more tokens. In the meantime, the trim on the next stage will be leaving soon. Good luck. You really are enjoying yourself, aren't you? That's obvious, huh? But hey, sometimes you just gotta relax your mind if you want to win the game, right? Game finish! Where's the trim she mentioned? I don't see one anywhere. Over here. Follow me. Okay, so I can keep playing the game whenever I want. You're going to lead us. Are you sure you know the way? Somehow I can just tell that Urice is up ahead. I, for one, have no doubts that Voyager can lead the way. Of course you don't, dude. He's your son, essentially. I'm pretty sure you're the only parental figure, technically, that would have guardianship over him in Chaldea. I've never been on a train before. A train that crosses the Sea of Stars, How very peculiar. No doubt it's using direct current for its power supply. I suppose it could be. Hey guys, miss me? Da Vinci. I finally got our comms link established. Glad to see you're all in good shape. So how are things on your end? Found her. She's a little nuts. Not gonna lie. Little bit nutso. Gosh, that does sound pretty weird. I take it that Urice is almost certainly a servant then? Based on the extraordinary common prowess she demonstrated, I do think it's a possibility, but something's still nagging at you. Yes, the fact that Urice was all alone. Back in Akihabara, everyone had their own personal holy grail and lived alongside their servant. But as I said, Urice was acting all on her own, which must mean she's here as a player. Gotcha, in that case, we can't discount the possibility that Urice, like you, is actually a human mage. Interesting. That would definitely explain why she doesn't seem to like other servants. So, Voyager, based on everything we know so far, it seems a safe bet to see you were Urice's contracted servant. What do you know about her? Anything you can tell us? The Urice I know is human. The last one in that city. That's why I... It looks like he's confused, too. Let's see. Let's say Voyager here is a rogue servant. If that's true, then what does that make her? If she's a heroic spirit, then what great feat did she accomplish? What legend gave her life? Along with Voyager, I couldn't even begin to guess what her story might be. Yeah, her outfit and spirit definitely came from ancient Japan. Agreed, she looked like she had some divine elements about her. Unfortunately, her magical energy flow is so complex she was hard to get a good read on. Seemed like a sea god, water god, or a god of the underworld. Making her a high servant, amalgamation of multiple gods in a single human vessel. Or she could be a pseudo-servant being possessed by gods so minor I can't even know who they might be. Pseudo-servant. I'm impressed with your knowledge and how you applied it, but how can you be so sure of the details? I came across a lot of those things in my line of work. Once you know they're sent, they're easy to spot. Besides, isn't it obvious from the way she fought? She was clearly combining elements from multiple myths and legends. Ghosts show that even in modern materialistic place like Akihabara, there's still land with ties to mythology. Now that you mention it, there is a shrine smack dab in the middle of Akihabara, isn't there? If I'm not mistaken, it's dedicated to Onomuchi, Sukunbiko Na, and Taira no Masakado. Something to do with Reese? I recognize none of those names. I'll be honest, I'm going from player gut feeling here. I don't have a single shred of evidence to back it up. I'm a big believer in flashes of insight, though. For example, Onomuchi is said to have been brought many gods into a single amalgamation, eventually changing his name to Okinushi. If that's true, then he's basically the god equivalent of a high servant. Legends all say that Onomuchi worked with Sukunbiko to build Japan, only this version of Sukunkibokona was actually a wise Lilliputian who came on a ship from far beyond the waves. Apparently, in his final moments, he's meant to cross over to a paradise for the dead far across the sea called Tokyo no Kuni. However, that's not the only land of the dead in this legend. There's also the Ne no Kuni, which is said to exist underground. It's pretty much a literal hellscape. In fact, now that I think of it, Onomuchi got his start building Japan by enduring hardship in Ne no Kuni until he became a full-fledged god. So thinking about it like that, Reese almost certainly has some aspects associated with the underworld to her personality. Her actual role might be much closer to a god of creation. And if that's true, it would mean her spear is probably... what, the Amen no Nuboku? Good one. No way in hell could it be that. Why not? That spear is a fake. It's basically a magecraft photocopy and empty on the inside. I think she can use projection then. That I can't say. If any servant were to possess something like the original Amen no Boku, it would be a high-ranking divine spirit. But this Reese girl's spirit origin isn't anywhere near strong enough. See, you do make a good point. Strong case or not, there's still just speculation, since we have yet to find anything in the way of hard evidence, so I say our next order of business is to do some serious investigation. Alright then, I'll leave it to you guys. Let me know as soon as you find something. Ciao for now! Come on, Voyager, say something. You must know Reese better than anyone. No, I don't know much about her at all. That wasn't the Reese I know. The Reese I know would never want to put an end to everything. Yeah, there's something off about everything here, so... yeah, everything is off here. So I have to stop her. Well, she obviously isn't on this tram, so she must have gotten on the one before us. Then we'll have to catch up to her. Oh, don't worry about that. I'm quite sure we'll run into her again in the next city. I hope you're right. Look, we're coming up on the tram's destination. So that's the second game world of Mondejo. The next one seems to be considerably smaller. It looks more like Western Farming Village than a city. I like tense, exciting games. I guess heart-thudding, pulse-pounding, breath-stealing, I just love those sorts of things. But I do have to wonder, who's this game going to be for? Will we be pieces wandering around town, or will we be pawns on battlefield? I do hope it's the former. I don't want to spill anyone's guts or have my own spilled. Either way, at this point, all we know for sure is that we know nothing about this world. There's no telling what could be lying in wait once we arrive, so we better be prepared for anything. That sounds scary. Your journey must have been hard. But it can't be too bad. There must be some really good things, too. I'd say a lot of good has come off this journey. As well, no matter how difficult it is, there's still plenty of good things. And we get a quartz. And down here, looks like you encountered an unknown spot. Be careful. Okay, so here, monopolizing Mosaic City Re, and second game Werewolves in the Haunted House. I'm going to do this one first. It's a no battle node, so... and have I unlocked any free quests yet? No. So what does this do for us? I'm curious. Game start. Welcome to the world of Coldplay. Simple roll dice. Good luck nagging those tokens. So, is it just allowing us to start rolling the dice again? Yes, it is. Okay. Our piece is still there, but we have the Werewolves Manor down here, so we'll continue along the main quest path first. Second game, Werewolves in the Haunted House. This is an assassin node. It does look like this is a primary dropper of the 3-star thing, so we'll go ahead and switch our filters around. Try and find somebody on my friends list here. with this. Ooh. Come on, friends list. Pop up. Show me somebody with the 3-star CE max limit broken. Wow. This isn't looking too good. It looks like it's a lot of assassins in this one as well, so... There we go. Bring Phoenix, and then switch over to Party 4. If it's assassins, we want to bring casters, so we'll bring the Nito Burrito. Yeah, she'll do fine. And let's go. I need to switch out Tama. She's already Bond 5, so she does not need to be here right now. But yeah, with Nito, I can definitely just, like, blast through this. I now ask those of you invited to the second game, Jean speaking, are you werewolves? A game of werewolf. Oh, that's a nice Marie skin. So Marie, Mozart get new skins. Nice. So a game of werewolf, then. Okay. Reese isn't here. Not even a trace. It doesn't look like she's in this building. It's very unfortunate, but right now we need to get a handle on this werewolf situation. As I think it'd be plain to see, I'm a lion, not a wolf. Could be a wolf if you want. I erased the word impossible from my dictionary long ago, after all. Werewolves, what's all this about? I'm afraid I just don't understand. No need to overthink it, Maria. This is a festival, right? It's no different from wearing a costume, I'm sure. I see now that you mention it, you look just like a werewolf yourself, Amadeus. Right, not bad, huh? I do like this new look for Amadeus. It looks a lot better than the other one. Nice, it suits you wonderfully. I must say, Your Highness, that colorful outfit suits you wonderfully as well. Thank you, Dion. Since we're playing a game today, I thought I would try a more mischievous look. And I'm letting my danger flag lie proud. So now you're not even considering to hide your bestial nature beneath your usual vulgarity. Oh, you disgust me. If I was a hunter, I'd be taking aim at your head as we speak. I understand how you feel, but please try to control yourself. Executions to be handled by trained professionals. Indeed, everyone has a role to play. Commoners are mere extras. The spotlight should be reserved for those with the God-given talent. Yes, the time for discussion has ended. Now sing, my little lost lambs. Sing. I love to sing. What would you like to hear? A song of sixpence? Lizzie Borden? That's enough. All of you be quiet. We'll never get anywhere if you keep speaking out of turn. I'm sorry to sill me, but I'm afraid I still don't understand how this game works. As far as I can tell, it appears to be a philosophical game designed to represent the dual nature of humanity. I still don't get it. Do you think you could dumb that down a little for me? He means that some of us have to play werewolves. Isn't that right? Yes, it is. This is a survival game where every player invited to the mansion tries to be the last one standing. Most of the players are assigned the role of good-hearted villagers, but a small handful have to play as dangerous killers, werewolves in this game's case. Nobody can know which role the other players have except for fellow werewolves. Every night the werewolves choose one person to kill, while all the villagers can do is meet during the day and choose someone suspicious for execution. Oh my, what a terrifying game. Goodness, seems this particular form of entertainment is a little much for fair maidens to handle. For my part, I just think it to be incredibly poor taste. May I ask which manner of execution we will use? In this game, chosen suspects have to be hanged, no guillotines. Oh, thank goodness, I would hate to be reminded of that ghastly instrument of death. I have to disagree. Hanging is an incredibly painful and inhumane method of execution. Just because one is being executed doesn't mean they deserve undue suffering. Absolutely, rope is such an ugly way. It's an affront to beauty itself. It strangles the soon-to-be-deceased singing voice before it robs them of their life. If you think that's bad, gentlemen, you should see the awful electric chairs they use nowadays. They're the hot new thing in the execution world, and of course they make use of detestable alternating current. Yeah, back to the werewolves. Getting back on topic, as I said, the goal of the game is to survive. If you're a villager, that means you need to kill all the werewolves. If you're a werewolf, you need to deceive the villagers into thinking you're not. If the last werewolf falls, the villagers win. If enough villagers die that survivors number the same as the werewolves win. As the overseer, I promise to watch over the proceedings fairly and impartially. Any questions? Senpai Voyager and I all have been on the same team so far, so Not a problem. I'll make an exception for the three of you. Just like that, without seeking consent from the other players. Game or not, how can that be fair? Face it, Solari, some people are just born luckier than others. And what's that supposed to mean, Amadeus? Stop that. There will be no fighting. We are here to enjoy the game, nothing more. Do not try to ruin our fun bringing in personal vendettas. In that case, Soul, I will warn you now, be very afraid. As the exception to the rules, you'll be shunned by the villagers and werewolves alike. Though fortunately for you, I'll be sending you to the gallows well before that becomes a problem. Why are you gunning for me, dude? Wow, Soul, this is downright miraculous. You should be honored. I didn't think it was even possible for Solari to hate someone even more than me. Do you think so? See, it doesn't seem to hate somebody as much. Since servants are all leaving their master's sides to participate as lone horse spirits for the game, I think just letting Soul take part as a master means it's far more than fair to make an exception for him. I take it that means he and his team can be considered a single target for the purpose of execution? Of course. Yeah, we're talking about in a game, right? We are, but here in this nation, the game rules make up the entire world. So I urge you to do everything you can to survive until the end. Oh, so we'll actually be hung. Awesome. Sounds pretty serious for a game. I don't know if these people always had a screw loose or if coming here made that happen. But I guess it doesn't matter. Things are still going to be chaotic as hell either way around here. I'd like to avoid chaos as soon as we can. Don't worry, Mash. This is all just a game, right? So let's just enjoy it. Don't overthink things. Does that mean you'll let us join the game too? Of course, the more the merrier after all, especially when it comes to fun occasions like this. I'll be taking part too, of course. Every game can use a symbol of cool-headed intelligence after all. Let's have some fun, mon frere. Gosh, I'm starting to get really nervous. Alright, now that you have all of our players for the second game, let's get started. The second game. Game start. Day 1. The second game is called Werewolves in the Haunted House. First, I'll tell all 12 players, and our special group of 3, their respective roles. Check the cards you've been dealt, but make sure no one else sees them. It'd be hilarious if we were a werewolf. Beloved angel. Shh, quiet. Oh my. Well now. What, you've got to be joking. Quiet, please. But, don't worry about it, it's just a game, no point getting worked up about it. What card did you draw, Senpai? See, oh, there is the extra rolls in this. Gotcha. We do have extra rolls. Enabled. Oh yes, I almost forgot. This game also has a number of specialized roles. The seer belongs to the villager side. Every night they can divine the identity of one other player. Yeah, we're a major target. The knight, who also belongs to the villager side, will protect one other player from a werewolf attack, but only once per night. The fanatic is a traitor to the villagers. They work in secret to aid the werewolves and bring about the villagers' ruin. The fanatic knows who the werewolves are, but the werewolves don't know who the fanatic is. The lovers are a special rule that 2 players hold in addition to their other roles. They may or may not be on opposing sides, but they can always tell whoever their partner is. Lovers win if both survive to the end. However, if one should happen to die, the other must follow suit. What about my angel? If there are lovers in this game, then my angel ought to be here as well. Get together, Phantom. John is only talking about the game rules. Are you my angel? Sing, sing, my angel, sing. You want to hear a song? Then get a load of this. Mine. I'm not going to sing. Impressed? More like impaled. What a fortissimo, and one that epitomises self-love and delusions of grandeur no less. What are you talking about? This is a sonata of my own composition. The great Paganini wrote and performed it for me himself. Granted, I just come up with the lyrics at the spur of the moment. If you're all finished, I'd like to tell you how the game is actually played now. I'll be the Maiden of Orleans is about to grace with their proclamation, so settle down and listen up. Oh, good one. That hit right where it hurts. Every good commander needs a booming voice, especially when amassing a large number of troops all at once. Surrounded by barbarians. Maybe I should hang you all on the gallows while I'm at it. Now, without following the hanging rules, you won't. Based on what you told us earlier, I'm assuming we have to decide to hang through a vote. Right you are. So does this mean we all have to discuss who to vote on? Can we really arrive at a decision that way? We have to, whether we like it or not. It's the only way to eliminate risks. Because if we just stand around twiddling our thumbs, the werewolves have their pick of the villagers. And so essentially a private courthouse, only half step removed from a lynch mob, really. Well, let's not spoil our fun by overthinking. Let's just enjoy the game with all the thrills it has to offer. Good point, Marie. As you say, this is a game, one we all have the right to enjoy. Still don't like the hanging part, though. Not after all the hangings I botched back when I was 16 or 17. So hey, the game's already begun, right? Yes, it has. And does that mean we have to hang someone? Not on the first day. For now, I suggest you all talk with one another, gather as much information as you can. The more players' identities you can figure out, the better your odds of survival will be. And as a quick reminder, on top of the villagers, your members include a seer, a knight, and 2 lovers. And don't forget, there's also a fanatic and 2 werewolves among you. Two werewolves. I know who one of them is. It's me. Oh la la, it's quite the twist right out the gate. Do you mean it, that little mademoiselle? Yes, I do. I don't want to be a big bad wolf. They know your children's stories everywhere, so please hurry up and hang me so I can leave this game as soon as possible. What a noble child. I know, she almost seems divine. I guess that just goes to show that even werewolves can be honorable. No, this cannot be the truth. I refuse to accept it. Please, my little fairy tale angel, don't go. Just can't let an angel go. Hold on. How do we know Miss Nursery Rhyme here is even telling the truth? I would never lie. I hate lies. Oh. Of course, Phil. Anything. Do you know who the other werewolf is? Of course. But I won't tell you who he is. It would spoil the game. Well said. I, for one, don't have any problem trusting you, little mademoiselle. I thank you. Still, I can't say... I can see there's one other player besides me who knows the second werewolf's identity, so who might very well be put out if their identity came to light. That's a riddle if I ever heard one. Talking about the fanatic, of course. Can't tell you. That's a secret. Well, I'm not worried. I'm sure this person will find your actions to be just as inspiring as I have. Do you really think so? I do. Personally, I'm willing to follow you to the ends of the earth. Absolutely. You are both honorable and beautiful, and I will follow you to the ends of the earth. Now sing, my angels, sing for me. They're not very good listeners, are they? Sure, I'd be glad to sing. How about the man with the twisted lip? No, I'm not going to sing. Wow, that was wonderful. Got chills down my spine. Talk going nowhere, huh? Yeah. Must say, genius though I am, I'm getting a little confused. In that case, why don't I take up the conductor's baton for the Queen of the Night aria? Seems to be a match to fit the mood perfectly. Oh, I know that one. Of course you do. My compositions are some of the greatest masterpieces humanity has ever produced. But never mind that now. Everyone, your attention please. I have a proposal. Forget it. I'll never consider any ideas that come from you. Well, speaking for myself, I'd love to hear your idea. As would I. It's not every day one can see the Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart conduct in person. Why, thank you, Giles. Maria, have I ever told you how much I love you? As for you, Antonio, perhaps we could just try and calm down. Maybe a few deep breaths will help. Don't call me by my first name. It makes me sick. And stop wasting our time. You're all right. You're right. That's a great point, Antonio. And I'm sure you've noticed by now, it's impossible to have a serious discussion with all of us here. We keep wasting time on chit-chat, digressions, gossip, bragging, and songs. Not to mention that some people I could name are terrible listeners. If we don't do something about this mess, the remaining werewolf will pick off all the villagers before we can even settle on a single suspect. So we need a rule that'll help us advance the game and use our time well, rather than wasting it. Okay, what do you have in mind? It's simple. We limit how much we can speak in 10 minutes per day per player. Each player can also only ask one question per day, and that question counts as part of their speaking time. This alone ought to make a real big difference. Logic is sound. And that shut you up. Guess you're not just automatically against anything Amadeus has to say after all. Sure, we do need some rules on speech. Amadeus' proposal makes a lot of sense. But don't you think this is a little too strict? I have to agree. Restricting our ability to converse will make it easy for the werewolf's identity to remain hidden. You think? If anything, it seems like it would give fewer opportunities to pull the wool fur over our eyes. How could you say that, Maria? You make it sound like I'm a con artist. Make it sound like... I know he's frequently misunderstood, but Amadeus never says anything that isn't helpful. It just sounds like he's always joking around because he loves to tease people. If you say so, my queen. What about you, Jean? What do you think? Don't ask me. My only role here is to be as fair and impartial ruler. Of course, please forgive. Don't back down. We're talking about the rules of this game. In the first place, does this world's systems even let the players make their own decisions about them? That's all up to you. So we can change the rules as long as we want to, is what you're saying. That's the last you'll hear from me on the subject. Alright, let's just put it to vote. We'll settle this democratically. All those in favor of Amadeus' proposal, line up on my right. All opposed, on my left. Go. Since we're the 3-person group as a single player, we probably shouldn't try to vote separately. We're all going along with whatever you decide, Senpai. What's your vote? So, limited discussion. I would definitely be opposed to that. You need to ask questions, you need to be curious, so opposed. Opposed, huh? Got it. The opposed side consists of this group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the for side, it should also be 6. 1. Oh, wait, he's impartial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6. Yep, it is 6 to 6. It's a tie. Looks like we're tied 6 to 6. Since Soul's 3-person group is a single player, they would only get one vote between them, right? Even so, we still have more people on our side. Afraid you don't, little mademoiselle. I'm siding with those in favor, too. Ridiculous, I refuse to go along with it. Is that your way of saying you wish to begin your remarks for the day? You can keep going if you want, just keep it to under 10 minutes. Cursed fools, I can't believe they all fell for Gottlieb's nonsense. Oh, this is pretty interesting. Day 1 remarks. Thought Soul banished from this process, given its heretical exceptional circumstances. Now I see that as you who pose the greatest threat to the proceedings, Mozart. Mark my words, I will see you hang before you even invite greater disaster on our heads. Mozart, Day 1 remarks. How frightening. You really mean business, don't you, Antonio? But try to remember, this is all just a game. As a matter of fact, I still have something I'd like to say. Remember the different rules Jean told us about? Specifically the seer? Well, it's me. I'm the seer. I swear being blessed with such prodigious talent can't be such a burden. It's not true. The real seal is Master Soul. Just gave away our didn't I? Sorry, Senpai. Makes it easier for the other villagers. Well, this is a surprise. I wasn't expecting anyone to take issue with it so soon. Why'd you lie? This means you're the other wearer. I know I look suspicious right now, right? And this unfortunate outfit can't be helping. But come on, think about it. Why would I try so hard to make it stand out when I already look so suspicious? In order to survive, the smart thing to do would be not to draw attention to myself, right? Well, the reason I'm standing out is because I have an obligation to fulfill my seer duties, especially with a certain little girl's werewolf reveal throwing a wrench right into the works from the get-go. Talking about me? But of course, my idealistic Machin maiden, while I would love to take you at your innocent word, I still need to make sure your story checks out, since children are so prone to lying. So I told you all I was a seer in hopes of finding out the truth behind your confession. Now we have another supposed seer trying to pin me as a liar. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Why are you saying all this? Could there be some greater meaning behind these remarks? Alright then, Soul, I'll have a challenge for you. If you really are the seer, then you won't mind divining Mr. Nursery Rhyme's identity, right? I'll do the same, of course, and when we're done, we can compare the results. If one of our answers turns out not to match, then we'll know for sure which one of us is lying. Dude, he's playing us! You've got guts, this is gonna be fun. Oh, one more thing, Mash. How can I assume your last statement marks the end of your remark time? I guess it does. Oh, but don't worry, I'm willing to let you say one more thing if you want. I'm generous like that. Stop smirking, you're acting as though you made all the rules yourself. So can I say one more thing then? Okay, understood. Day 1 remarks, never tell a lie. If you want to divine my identity, go right ahead. Although, I'm curious as to how you can actually conduct divinations. If you're going to do them tonight, make sure you wake me up for them, okay? Charlotte. I just have so many feelings, I'm not even sure where to begin. Wow, this is the most fulfilled I've ever felt, ever. Phantom. That was a pretty good monologue. I haven't heard such a poetic sentiment in some time. I'm trying to pick out who the other werewolf is. Mozart is the obvious choice, but I feel like he might be the knight. Edison. Okay, aside from allow me to offer my professional opinion on a different matter. This mansion's lighting is atrocious. It's outfitted with proper wiring, which I assume I mean direct current. Just say the word and I'll have this place wired up in no time flat. It's very affordable. It's very technical in nature. Oh, of course they would be. Sansons? At the risk of repeating myself yet again, I cannot endorse hanging. It's not too late to reconsider. Or at the place on the inches property where I could put together a guillotine. Of course, it would only be non-functional regardless. I need to do whatever I can to uphold my duties as an executioner. Everyone deserves a peaceful death, regardless of what sort of person they are. Don't worry, Marie. I won't let that werewolf sink their filthy fangs into you. Having everyone hanging on what I say like this is a little nerve-wracking, especially given all the earlier misunderstanding I caused. Then again, I guess I don't have to worry since it's a private session today. I hope you all forgive me if I mess up somehow. Right, need to talk about the werewolves, don't I? Sorry, it hasn't fully sunk in yet. I can't tell if I'm feeling frightened or thrilled. I still feel like it's all fun and games right now, but I guess I might feel differently tomorrow, since somebody here will be gone by then. Oh, I love you all so much. I'm feeling like it might be Marie. Dion. I was sworn fealty to the French royal family, do whatever the queen wishes. That is all. I mean it. I have nothing else to say. Stop laughing, Amadeus. Giles. Majesty and I may come from different time periods. As a soldier of France, I'm willing to pay her the respect she deserves. And of course, the Maiden of Orleans herself ordered me to enjoy this game. So enjoy it I must, come hell or high water, and while I am making my best effort to do just that, if I'm being honest, I must also say that I still find this all very confusing. One of these werewolves were to attack me now, I would cut it down on the spot, and that would be the end of. Alright, we need to hang them, don't we? Truth be told, I'm relieved we're using gallows, so I'm not sure I could control myself if we were to burn them at the stake. Alright, this is only a game, isn't it? Fancy for fun. Annie Alter, give you one piece of advice. The fact that we've got two people claiming to be seers means one of them has got to be a fake, which means they're also probably a werewolf. So if we just hang them both, we're definitely reducing the werewolves' numbers. This also means we'll be sacrificing an innocent villager, but in the big picture, we're reducing the total number of casualties and improving our odds of victory. Standard at Mia. Napoleon, don't do a coward, and I'm not about to kill any innocent people either. Sure, I know this is all just a game, but even so, I don't want to rely on underhanded tactics. I'm going to win boldly, or I'm going to lose gracefully. That's all there is to it. Sorry I never really used up our speaking time earlier, Senpai. But if you still like to say something, it seems we have time for one last statement. Of course, I'm sorry I didn't realize. Divination tonight. Oh. All-nighter. Woo! Alright, just time for the first day to come to an end. First day is done. So just set instantaneously. Is that because this is a game? Indeed it is. Wow, that would be helpful. Okay, players, I want you all to go to your personal rooms and wait there until morning. Don't worry, this is a game time, so it won't take long. For those of you with special rules, I'll be stopping by to visit you individually. And now we're in our room, just like that. I guess that's also because we're in a game world right now. What a strange feeling. Speaking of our room, it looks like it's all been sharing it. I just realized, since there's only one bed here, what are we going to do about sleeping arrangements? I'm not sleeping. Yeah, it's not going to be much sleep time anyways, unfortunately. Alright, good point, since you're the seer. Magic. Shan, how did you... In-game shortcut? Don't worry about it. See? Okay, seer soul, time for you to take your turn. Whose identity will you divine? No, I don't want to divine nurseries! That's the trap! Well, then come with me. We'll take the in-game shortcut to go see her. It'll be simpler to use the door. Maybe, but even the act of audibly leaving and entering a room can betray crucial information to other players, which put them at a significant disadvantage. I see. Okay, here we go. Oh, you should know that there will be enemies waiting for us along the way, so watch out for that. This is just me, or there are a lot of aspects of this game that make no sense whatsoever. That's just the way it was designed. Get used to it. This is where the enemies are coming from, because when we divine, apparently there's enemies. Or when we fast travel, I guess, between areas. Oh, this is pie, cake, whatever. This is gonna be over so fast. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna be going probably until the end of this game round, which might be a little while. Let's see. So for this, it's like 9, 17, 18, 29, 31, 33, 36, 40, 48 more minutes of reading per the Game Press walkthrough of this, so we're probably still going to be going for until the end of the hour at least. Which is fine. I can afford to go over occasionally, especially since it's been a while since I last streamed Fate, so... Plus I can fast read sometimes. Oh, that's a pretty cool map. Okay. Next one. Second verse, same as the first. Forgot to switch out Tama again. Dang it! Switch out Tama. Where are we? Nursery Rhyme's room, but we're only observing it from the shortcut area. She's certainly sleeping soundly, isn't she? Alright, Seer, go ahead. See Nursery Rhyme's true identity for yourself. Werewolf. You did, Senpai. That means the nursery was telling the truth. Yes, that was expected. So is she going to attack someone now? The werewolves take their turn last after all the other rolls. Are you going to go help them? I have to if they're going to take their turn. You're going to take them to kill somebody. That's the name of the game. Weird. Okay, that ends your night. You're here for the night. Let's go back to your room. There'll be enemies on the way back too, but once you're done with them, it won't be long until morning. Well, that's convenient. And second verse, same as the first. Cracking of the neck is nice. Death to all. Nice. Death procs are always nice to hit. Bond 1 Voyager. Woo! And a quartz. The second day. This is an Avenger enemy. And it looks like there is no reward from this one, so we'll just take a rando Avenger. So let's change our lineup here. We want a Moon Cancer, I believe it was. They are all the way at the bottom. The two of them. So let's just bring BB. And we'll drop this off of waiver. And throw the K-scope on BB. There we go. This'll do. Let's go. Boop, 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 boop. Second day. Day 2. All of a sudden it's morning again. Did I get at least 8 hours of rest? It's now the second day. Would you all gather around, please? Morning, everyone. Lovely weather today, isn't it? Salute. Hey, it's morning already. Morning, I'm glad to see you're all here. Now that you mention it, it does look like everyone's still here. Does this mean the werewolves didn't kill anyone last night? Now let's go over what happened last night. Tell us, those of you who claiming to be seers, whose identity did you find out last night? Nursery rhymes. Same. And what was her true identity? Exactly what she claimed to be yesterday. It's true, she really is a werewolf. Oh my. Seems we've both reached the same conclusion. Interesting, I wonder if this was coincidence or just inevitable. They're cheating, they must have conspired on their answers. I can't believe you stooped so low as to consort with Amadeus' soul. Knock it off, Solari. What would they even hope to gain by conspiring? What they hope to gain? Do you even need to ask? They clearly mean to kill all of us. Okay, I guess you got a point. We can hear what you have to say, but wait for your turn for remarks. Last night, you didn't kill anyone. I'm not sure. I think I fell asleep. I must have been dreaming. I wish they had woken me up like I asked them to. Now, here are last night's victims. Nursery rhyme. Oh, I guess I wasn't dreaming after all. Did you just change into a token? And Charlotte Corday. At least I was happy while it lasted. Okay. How did that happen? Charlotte too? Yeah. So, unless the night also goes down... Yeah, that might be what it is. If the night goes down, if they protect somebody... So it would mean Charlotte was the knight. You should list, but those two happen to be the the lovers. Okay. Well, the nursery rhyme was a werewolf and Charlotte a villager. They still managed to find love in each other's arms. And see, and since one of the lovers died, the rules say that the other had to follow, right? The other werewolf must have gone after Charlotte, unaware that they would also kill their packmate. Or the other werewolf might have gone after the nursery rhyme for the start to prevent her from talking. My beloved angels, why did it have to be you to die? So why did they turn into tokens? That's what happens to the fallen servants here. It's one of the core rules to all the Monde de Jeu. You mean every token is made from a servant. So even our tokens? Yes, I expect they were all manufactured in the same way. Yikes! It's okay. The roles just changed, that's all. They'll go back to the normal in their original worlds. Are you sure? I think so, because each world has different rules. They do. The whole world is messed up. Now I understand, once we get back to our original world, Chaldea's rules will be the one that governing us, instead of Monde de Jeu's. Then we'll do everything we can to save Nursery and the other servants, Senpai. Sounds like you all are ready to play games in pursuit of a large goal. We're looking for Iris. Iris? Do you know her? I'm not sure, but that name sounds familiar somehow. Hold on, Nursery Rhyme and Charlotte Corday. That's all I have to say for now. Alright, everyone. The rest is up to you. I encourage you to use your second day productively. Poor Nursery Rhyme. Turned into a token. Two remarks. Only have one thing to say. We need to hang Soul immediately, sooner than even. Need I remind you that he's the only master here, and he has 2 other servants in his party? What else could he and his entourage be doing here except disrupting our game? Edison? These slanderous accusations are outrageous. Even if you even knew Soul even half as well as I do, you would know the very idea of him coming up with any manner of evil scheme is preposterous. The Soul I know is compassionate, hardworking, intelligent, and possessed of excellent communication skills. Plus, you never know what ludicrous thing he might say next. Edison, was that last part really necessary? Oops, sorry, I'm afraid I got a little bit carried away. At any rate, the important thing is that he's the very epitome of a common man, completely average in all areas. Yet he has never let that stop him from accomplishing any number of great feats at Kildea. I could list countless examples, but just to name a few... defending me. Thank you, Edison! Sanson? Soul's character is not of the issue. The issue is his role in this game. As far as I can tell, Soul is innocent. Or at the very least, I can't detect any falsehood in Mash's behavior. If their innocence does turn out to be no more than an act, then I'll have to commend them for their extraordinary performances. At any rate, if we assume Soul's indeed telling the truth about being a seer, that of course means Amadeus had under suspicion. So I say that the first person we should hang is not Soul, but Amadeus. Though of course I would still be an advocate for the guillotine over the gallows. Even if we can't get our hands on a real one, it would still serve the same function. Mozart? Picky, aren't we? If you love guillotine so much, maybe you should marry one. Then again, I suppose I shouldn't be joking around now that you're directly calling for my execution, should I? Well, I could make any number of arguments. I don't think I'll bother. After all, I doubt you'd find any of them convincing. That being said, I would like you all to consider this. Soul and I both claim to be seer, and we both divine the same player's identity. While that particular duel may have ended in a draw, our contest would see who slips up first is still ongoing. However, let me remind you that I gave my answer before Soul. So what are you saying? Are you implying Senpai cheated? If you want to prove he didn't, then why don't we have a rematch? Let's see, how about we both divine Edison's identity tonight? Me. You are obviously loyal ally of Soul's, as well as the companions he came here with. What's more, you look like you'd be home at Savannah, that I mentioned. Everyone here could be understanding a werewolf's mind. It's clearly you. Did you ever learn not to judge a book by its cover? It's on you. It's what's on the inside that counts, and on that front I've got brains and bravery to spare. There you have it, Soul. Let's you and me prove Edison's innocence in our role in this game together. Dude, you're letting him... Why am I letting him lead me on? Nobody hang me until then, okay? He's letting us lead him on. He's the freaking fanatic, isn't he? Why isn't anybody saying anything? Marie Antoinette? Poor Amadeus, I'm sorry nobody trusts you. I guess all your naughty behavior hasn't done you any favors. But I've known you since we're both children, and I know you're not a bad person. If anything, I'd say Slayer seems much more dangerous. I mean, he's an Avenger. He's practically a walking ball of hostility. I'm honestly worried he might end up attacking all of us if we don't do anything to stop him. I'm sorry to say this, but this is just how the game is played. You're the one who's getting to hang, Salieri. No, not you too, Mia Queen. I thought you were wiser than that. Amadeus, you planned for this to happen, didn't you? It's your fault the Queen is treating me like a criminal. But if that's what you want, I'll take you up on the sword and plunge it straight into your gut. Stop it. No fighting between players. That's against the rules. You expect me to care about the rules? My name has been ruined. At this point, I have nothing left to lose. What do we do, Senpai? Stop him. Right. It's definitely an Amadeus and our Mozart Marie team up. Fanatic and werewolf, respectively. Or Marie is the fanatic and Amadeus is the werewolf. Tyranny's Discord. An attack up, defense down. That is not a good thing for you've done here, Salieri. I'm gonna be honest, man. That was a very poor choice of decisions. Likelihood of a one-shot kill is not likely, but we'll just go like this. Nope, we got it one turn. Nice. So I'm guessing Salieri is going to hang now. He's going to be revealed to be a citizen. Actually, Emiya Alter might be the knight. He's been very quiet. And another assassin thinks that just means we need the 3-star CE again. This time, we switch out Tama for Mandracarbro. Yeah, this will work. Ugh. Goodness, I can't believe he got so worked up over a little game. What a bore. Are you alright, Maria? Oh yes, I'm fine. It's a good thing Soul was here to save me. Whereas someone else I could mention turned out to be no help at all. Hey, that's no fair. You know I've always here for you. I'll be keeping an eye on Monsieur Cileri to make sure there aren't any more outbursts. In the meantime, you sure to continue your remarks. Alright, I guess I'll go next. Bonaparte. From this point forward, we'll need to choose someone to hang every day. That's fine. I don't like it, but that's how the game is played. Truth be told, I didn't really get how terrifying those werewolves could be till now. Figured if one of them came after me, I could easily just blow them away. But after seeing what happened here this morning, I've changed my mind. Nursery Rhyme and Charlotte didn't disappear the moment they were attacked. They were still alive just a while ago. They were thinking, moving, talking, right up until they became tokens before our eyes. Now I know the werewolf weapon isn't fangs, but a curse, an inescapable curse of pure destruction. And the only way for us powerless villagers to protect ourselves is to hang the werewolves before they can get to us. So who do we hang first? I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to use time we have to vote until think about that. On the altar? Don't have much to say, even if I did, to be forgotten soon anyway. Dion? There's one thing I'm curious about. I'm a knight. It's my sworn duty to protect those who are precious to me. I'm also told there is a player in this very mansion with the same role, at least for the purpose of this game. It is the knight's job to protect the helpless villagers from the werewolf attacks. So I cannot help but wonder how they're feeling right now. I'm sure they must have chosen someone to protect last night, if they did so to no avail. But Nursery Rhyme and Charlotte Corday died thanks to their role as lovers. Nursery Rhyme revealed she was one of the werewolves, and she also said she knew who the other was. The other werewolf must have killed her to keep her from talking. I'm sure the knight could have so foreseen this. But it wasn't enough to only keep Nursery Rhyme safe, since she was also one of the lovers. It was clear from the way they behaved towards each other that Nursery Rhyme and Charlotte were in love, and the knight would have known that we could only protect one of them. So the knight must have had to make a difficult decision. They would have to bet on whether the other werewolf could go after Charlotte or Nursery. If the werewolf had chosen to go after the same target the knight chose to protect, then they would all be well, but if the knight was wrong, well, that is what I worry for the knight. As a member of their profession, I know what they must be feeling. That being said, Charlotte may have been destined to end up a victim the moment she took a werewolf as her lover. Still, that doesn't mean we should simply abandon her to her fate, all the more so for the knight. Very much into the RP there, Dion. Your eyes, Knight Sudi, huh? Not myself, Dion's words ring painfully true. Whoever our knight may be, I have no doubt that they are doing their best to fulfill their duty, even if the confines of this game world. But I myself have the slightest idea what I should be doing. There is one question that eats away at me. Who am I? Dion's loyalty to the royal family is unshakable, and Her Majesty continues to reign a matter of the fitting of a born ruler. Yeah, I wonder, is that truly for the best? Oh, you would dare to question my judgment, Giles. Forgive me, my queen. I hope you can overlook these words as the rambling of a hard-headed old knight. A knight, I feel presumptuous to even call myself that. This is the monde de jeu, a world of games, and we each have our own role to play in this game. As such, our loyalty should lie solely with the game's rules, without regard for our original relationships. In other words, we should all be performing as our roles in this world, not as ourselves. Even having reached this conclusion myself after a great deal of thought, I thought myself resistant to accepting it. I'm a knight, noble, commander of the entire French army. My soul simply refuses to be anything else. I simply cannot resist the sway my desires hold over me, having to play pretend game. Please, tell me, my queen, who am I now? Know that I am no longer a knight, and am I more than an empty shell? Phantom. This oppressive weight, this disgraceful showing. The lamentations of my angel would bring one thing, but that man stands on the brink of madness. Ah, my angel, my dream, my beauty, my hopes. Why did you have to depart this world? Very well, then I will go after you myself. I'll cross the border that divides us and follow you to the ends of the dreams beyond the world. And my day, 2 remarks. Next, Senpai, what would you like to say? I've got plenty to say! Me? Alright, but I can only think of one thing to say. Senpai and, of course, Voyager and me are innocent. Oh, there's so much to say! Everyone had their turn to speak? Let's move on to the vote. Vote. Day 2. All of you go ahead and point to the one player you think should be hanged. Accuse Soul. Accuser Anthony Celerius accusing us. Celeri being accused by Marie, Mozart, Dion, Okay, yep. Celeri is gonna hang. And Sanson is accusing Marie. Interesting. What's been tallied? Celeri's execution will be carried out right away. See, this is as far as I go. Good luck enjoying this farce of a game. As a villager, I'll hold on to his token. Oh, I didn't even see that they had the icons on them. Interesting. And with that, the second day has come to an end. Woo! Back to your rooms. Okay. We can't be letting Amadeus lead us by the nose. One thing I'd like to ask. Was I imagining since did you accuse me of being a wolf? Just as surprised as you, Marie. I didn't suspect you in the slightest, yet my finger pointed you practically on its own. It was as though it had been a will of its own. I was trying to fight against fate itself. Then again, perhaps Commander Gaz Rise is right, and I should be trying to play the prize best I can. As this is a game, there are rules we must obey if we are to complete it. However, I am still an executioner at heart, and if anyone is going to give you a dignified death, Your Majesty, it should be me. Simpson. And again, finish the game soon so we can look for Iris. Time to take your turn. Whose identity will you divine? I can't be playing into this game of his. He's leading me by the nose. Literally by the nose, by the schnoz. Again, third verse, same as the others. At least these are easy resources, if nothing else. It's what? Each one drops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So yeah, at least 180, I think. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So yeah, I'll get at least 180 of these alone from this event. Or this game. Oh, I didn't one turn. Surprising. I wasn't paying attention, really. But 2 turns is fine. Needle Burrito is the lowest maintenance of all of these to use, so for a quick 1-phase clear. Bander Carbro is Bond 4. Alright, now who'll be dead this next day? I feel like Sanson might be the next dead. Just something in my bones are telling me Sanson will be dying soon here. In my bones. Marie's not going to be happy. Edison's room. See your soul, go ahead. See Edison's true identity for yourself. Villager. Yep. And that ends tonight's turn. Be careful on the way back. It's gotta be those two. It's gotta be. Oh. After bed. Boop. Boop. And a doot doot doot. Oh, excuse me. Death to all. So that went down the wrong pipe. Ugh. Hate that. Hate it when it goes down the wrong pipe. Okay. And another same thing. Again, it doesn't matter who I pick for this, so long as they have the 3-star at max. So this is day 3. Gosh, my throat now. Day 3. Now it's morning again. We really don't have time rest here, do we? It's now the 3rd day. Would you all gather around, please? Madre Maria, you look as lovely as ever today. Salute, most chers amis. Are we missing someone? Now that I mention it, I don't see Phantom anywhere. I'm actually a little perplexed about that, too. It shouldn't be possible for anyone to disappear from this mansion while a game is taking place, and I can't find him anywhere. There may be another power here, somewhere working to interfere with the game's rules. Anyway, let's get back on track and go over last night's events. Tell us, Elizabeth claiming to be Sears, who did you divine last night? Thomas Edison. Same. And what was his true identity? Villager. Perfectly ordinary human. Lion. Of course, I've always been at the forefront of intelligence and civilization. After all, my appearance aside, there's no one less bestial than me. Last night's victim. Oh, Giles. Goodness, now I can go back to my true self. Wasn't expecting to meet the Giles. Giles was a villager. All I have to say for now. Alright, everyone, you take it from here. Make sure you're third day productively. I feel like Emmy Alter is the knight. Just something in my bones. Napoleon? What kind of game did I get myself mixed up in? All the subterfuge stuff isn't for me. I'm more of a cards on the table kind of guy. Hey, Werewolf, I know there's one of you out here. How about coming clean and telling who you are? That'd wrap up everything nice and neat. I'd like that idea a lot. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Thanks for the support, kid. Hear that, you damn cowardly werewolf? We're sick and tired of sneaking and lying like this. If you come clean and tell us who you are right now, I'll be nice and spare you from the gallows. Of course, I'll make up for that by blasting you away with my noble phantasm. Sanson. Good grief, this is ridiculous. What kind of wolf would be cowed by the threats to give their identity away? Not to mention that Mr. Bonaparte's remarks are clearly against the rules. What was he thinking, just purging the game's designated execution method in favor of his own brand of so-called justice? Matters like this should be conducted strictly through the law of ordains. Even a werewolf deserves fair and impartial treatment. When we do find the experiment, werewolf, mind you, would you mind if I'll be the one to carry out their execution? Of course, I don't mean by hanging, but the method I'm more accustomed to. Yes, I would like nothing more than to witness the kiss of steel meeting neck once more again. Step out of it, Sanson. You haven't been yourself since yesterday. Marie, if only we're the other werewolf. No, even if you weren't. I still want nothing more than to execute you myself. Marie? Just like to ask everyone to please forget Sanson's remarks. He's always been a very earnest man, you see. So I think he's just gotten so caught up in his role that this game has made him a little bit, berserkery. Deal. Once you know you feel my queen, but I must remind you that we must decide by a vote. Yeah, I'm shocked. How can you call yourself a knight and ignore your friend when he's in danger? What do you want Sanson to be suspected of being a werewolf? As you say, my queen, I am indeed a knight, but it's only in our original world. Here in this game, you and I are both players who stand on equal ground. Yes, I suppose that's true, but still. We've been letting our original rules hold us back since this game began. Remember what Giles Dry said? He found himself at a loss with what his custom rules the knight to fall back on. Perhaps the werewolf lying him to rest was actually putting him out of his act of mercy. I suspect Sanson's behavior must have stemmed from being trapped in his current role. Even if he were the game's executioner, you have no need to actually sully his hands. So then what are we to do? Simple, we must play our parts as best we can, whether that be kind-hearted villager or the cunning wolf. Fortunately, I believe I can play my part convincingly as long as I commit to, thanks to my experience as a spy. What about you, my queen? No, Marie. Doesn't mean you won't obey me anymore. Only for the duration of this game. You big meanie. Marie's not gonna like that. Edison? Now that my villager status is beyond suspicion, allow me to make a case of supporting human rights and for treating this werewolf humanely. Elaborating his position. Oh, the Prezi King. Emmy Alter? Nothing to say, just keep moving things along. He's staying down low. He is totally the knight, isn't he? Mozart? Oh, is it my turn now? Why don't you go ahead at me this time, soul, just for a change of pace? Take your turn. Are you sure? All right, then. We'll save the best for last again. Hear that, everyone? Sol always makes his remarks last. He only decides what he's going to do after everyone else is gone first, which is a smart way to play. I don't have much to say, but I will say this is quite touched by His Excellency Napoleon's fiery speech. Damn you, werewolf. Come out with honor, you coward. Oh, that was so cool. Made me wish I was born as the kind of person who could get away with big, bold statements like that. So I guess I can't be complaining too much, seeing as the gifts I was born with were quite remarkable in their own right. Anyway, I know people. I know how they respond to circumstances like these. They get furious, angry, hateful. They throw stones, cast blame, and demand executions. They convince themselves that whoever speaks louder speaks the truth. And all the while, they fail to realize that their rage and excitement come not from themselves, but from those around them. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that nothing good ever comes from raised fists and loud proclamations. Oh, and since I'm known for both, is that your way of saying you suspect me? Not at all. I just mean to say we should be careful not to let ourselves get caught up in the moment. So I ask you all to be wary of those who proclaim their innocence while hiding in the shadows with their clamorous voices, because those are the type that are sure to be hiding a werewolf. Well, there is a case to be made that Soul falls under that category. I say the one we need to be most wary of is you, Emiya. Oh. See, you always act like all this has nothing to do with you. As a result, oftentimes the rest of us don't even notice you're here. And now it's the third day and you're still alive. Well, I have to say your survival tactics are impressive. But you can't pull the wool over my eyes. I'm the seer, after all. So tonight I'm going to find out who you really are. I'm going to uncover every last secret you've got hidden behind those empty-looking eyes of yours. And on that note, I take it you know what comes next, soul? Surely you're not going to start refusing my challenges now. I need to. No! Do you have any choice? Though I have to say, it feels like Amadeus is doing a remarkably good job of blocking sin. Yes! He is leading us by the nose! Move to the vote. Go ahead and point at the player you think should be hanged. Sanson is being accused by Mozart Marie. Oh, 4. 5. Oh. Interesting. Mozart is being accused by Sanson, Emmy Alter, and us. Okay. Tell it, Sanson's execution will be carried right away. Well, if that's what fate has in store for me, then so be it. Before I go, I would like to make one last request. Please, no more hangings. The guillotine is much more humane. At least it causes no undue suffering. Dude, you're not even being hung. Sanson was a villager. I will hold on to his token. Where is... Okay, so Phantom is sort of just grayed out. We should have voted for him. That third day has come to an end. We just have to vote for a villager, so just vote for him. Go back to your rooms and wait until morning. Pretty tiring, isn't it? You okay? Yes, I'm alright. I appreciate your concern. Beat me to it. Is something wrong, Senpai? You look kind of rattled. Saw something really precious? Oh, I hope I didn't say anything too odd. Don't worry, you didn't do anything wrong. Thank you, Voyager. Can't blame you for getting rattled, Senpai. Game or not, this has been extremely tense. I know Emiya's gonna be the knight, isn't he? Is it even possible to get lost here? I'm just being cautious. At this point, nothing that happens in this mansion would surprise me. Emiya is totally the knight. I can feel it in my bones. He's peeing the silent BG. Not drawing attention to himself. Mozart is obviously the fanatic or the werewolf because he's leading us down a path of so that we can't try and uncover his role. It's common Town of Salem tactics. Or I guess werewolf tactics. They're controlling us from getting any new information. They know where the seer for sure. So, as long as they keep challenging us, and we keep accepting the challenge, if we don't accept the challenge is when they don't. By using us as the seer role, they help us, they get to find out information. They suspect Emiya Alter of being the knight, so that is why they are targeting him. Emiya's room? So you really did come. You're playing right into Amadeus' hands. You're right, Emiya. I didn't think that was possible. It's no big deal. I have my own job to take care of after this. Then does that mean... The knight. Go ahead and define my identity if you don't believe me. What do you do, Seer Soul? You still want to uncover Emiya's... No! Oh my goodness! Why are we being dumb? Take you all this time? Not that I've succeeded. I tried protecting Sanson last night, but the werewolf went after Giles instead. I already fought those who forgot who I chose the night before last. Whoever you bet on, I obviously failed. And tonight? I guess I can tell you guys. Tonight I plan on taking Dion. How come? Surprise, let's just say I've got my reasons. Like what? I'm not about to tell you that. Besides, I'd probably ruin the game if I did, but I'll give you a hint. Remember Giles was attacked last night. Think about why he died instead of Sanson. Saying Sanson ended up being hanged today, he could have just as easily been attacked last night, too. Knight Diana's in danger for the same reason Giles was attacked yesterday. What could that reason be? Alright, enough chit-chat. I've got a job to prepare for, and I've got a feeling it's going to be a long night. See your soul? That your turn for the night. Get back to the room. Something bad about tonight. Oh boy. We're coming to a series of quick reads. I totally feel like I'm right. Oh, hello, Phantom. Surprise! I mean, I guess he is a ghost, so... Or his name denotes ghostliness, you know, being a phantom and all. Did not get the death proct, but might get the kill all the same. Yes, goodbye, Phantom. Okay, easy enough. What's going on, Senpai? Why Phantom team up with the ghosts to attack us? Don't understand it either. There's nothing in the rules to account for this. That one got angry. Because we were inside someone else's dream. A really bad dream. So it's easy for him to leave if he really wants to. He's inside a dream of his own where he and his invisible angel could be together. So I think we should just leave him be. You're full of surprises, Voyager. I didn't expect you to understand Phantom so well. I understand. He reminds me of Reese. Reese, huh? What's she like? She's someone you'd find anywhere. But she's also one of kind. Because she's lonely. She's lonely, like I am. Okay, and we get another quartz. And then the final part of this is a saber. Immediately before the battle begins is when we will form our party. Okay. Daybreak. Day 4. Now, C-Time wonder how Mia fared after we left. It's now time for the 4th day. Would you gather around, please? Morning, everyone. How are you this fine day? See for yourself. We've lost a lot of good people. It seems Emiya is now gone. Hope Dion's all right, Senpai. Though I have to wonder where Emiya went. I actually have something to tell with you in regards to that. Emiya disappeared last night. He's now in the shortcut space that connects the game areas in the game world. What are you talking about? What's this shortcut space? Is this some kind of teleportation technology? Don't even know what's going on anymore. Maybe you disappeared to the same place as Phantom. I think you might be right. As a matter of fact, we ran into Phantom last night. Can you tell us what happened? Of course. So yeah, so that totally tells me that Mozart is the fanatic then. Three of us went to Emiya's room last night to divine his identity. He's the knight. Right, he even admitted as much himself, but right now we need to tell you what happened on our way back. Yeah, since Mozart was unaware that that's how you do it, he is the fanatic. So that tells he's not the... Emiya's jumped in as well. Apparently on the way back was fulfilling his duties as a knight. I can only imagine what his reasons for doing so might have been. Believable. Just how many wondrous illusions is this man's hiding anyway? Let me ask you again, just make sure, Soul. Did Emiya really say he'd protect me last night? Yep. And now I'm here, alive and well. I guess that means he had the right call. Then why would he up and disappear? Mozart? Why, simple. He knew the werewolf would come from next, so he ran away. The knight might be able to keep others safe, but there's nothing he can do for the werewolf besides to go after him. And now that we know who the knight is, he had no choice but to run and hide. Pretty smart, I'd have to say. Like for you, the in-game knight here was also here to keep you alive, Dion. Because it makes you the game's damsel in distress. Are you trying to make me mad? Wait, you're mad right now? Really? I couldn't tell from your expression at all. I thought you were just ashamed. How dare you? Stop, you can't. This is an insult will not stand. Surely there's no need to get violent, is there? Help, save me. Something about the way he's singing, cry for help, so operatic, and makes me think he's exaggerating. So I guess we can't leave him to find him for himself, can we, Senpai? No, we can't. It's part of the game. So we're up against Dion. I'm going to... It says no drop, so... Oh, we are... Forced to bring him along, but doesn't look like he needs to be in the lead. So in that case, XA will be over encumbering here. Drop off that one for now. Go, XA, go. Destroy them all. Ah, excuse me. Amadeus' provocation is a defense down, and Raging Mad is an attack up. Totally not going to be needed, as XA will just press the delete button on Dion here. It's hilarious how low of a crit star weight the Berserker class has. Whew, 500,000 with only 3 buffs of damage. But easy peasy. I'll go ahead and use a bronze real quick like. Good grief, that was all too close for comfort. Thank you so much for saving me, soul. We're only following the game's rules. You have no one to blame for this but yourself. Great, your behavior has been most abhorrent, Amadeus, but then a personal and a chivalrous one. I'll say, if I'd been Dion's shoes, I'd have slugged you right in there, too. Come on, so nobody's gonna skip for me? Help me out, Maria. Sorry, Amadeus, but you can't come running to me every time you get yourself in trouble. Sometimes you just need to face the music. I'll keep an eye on Dion. In the meantime, the rest of you may continue to. Hey, Senna! Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much so for the raid there. Thank you kindly for the raid. How be things on your end? How be things on your end? Don't bother, I can't bear to keep going after being so humiliated. Dion is walking out. Oh, no. Friends, before we go our separate ways, I would ask you bring today's vote to an end, for that is the least I can do to atone. Pretty well. I got NP3 Voyager. NP2 in one 11 spin. On my third 11 spin, I got a double Voyager roll. Yeah. Was surprising, to say the least. Very, very surprising. Oh no, did you not... 36, 10, 11 rolls? Oh no, did you not get her? Did you not get him, Senna? Bleh. Mixed words. 1. Oof. Did you get the 4-star servant at least? Because I did not see them at all. I would also ask you to suspend all future votes until Emmy and Phantom has returned. That is our only choice if we were to hang the werewolf and prevent further casualties. And that is my final wish as a knight who failed my duty. You got 3 of her. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Like I said, I didn't see them once. Pride has fallen on their own sword to be free to the mansion's rules. Dion. Suicide even allowed in this game, or is this some kind of new exploit? Then again, you know, you also got, oh yeah, Odysseus. So he can show up randomly. Okay. I thought you said Ozzy there for a moment. It's like, oh man, you and Velvet both got Ozzy, but no, you got Odysseus. That's cool. Odysseus seems like he's a pretty powerful servant as well. And you got spooked a few times. Yeah, I got another Anna, another Astolfo, and then I got extras of Suzuka and Tamakat. Chivalry Dion was a villager. I'll hold on to their token. Man, Dion is salty and quit the game. Man, we need to report Dion for game throwing here. We need to report Dion for game throwing. You know, I know that the town of Salem people don't really deal anything with those that get reported, but still, it's the thought that counts. As for the vote, game throwing before even the vote. Wow. That's salt, man. That's salt. They really captured the town of Salem gameplay experience. Although I guess Werewolf is the proper name of the game, but I prefer Town of Salem. It's awesome. I got 3 Voyagers, you get 3 Dinos. Indeed. I just hope that this luck does not make Castoria an impossible get for me in a month or so. This is really time for that. Poor Dion asked us to not go through with it. I suppose we have no choice. Napoleon? Oh, hang on there. I don't mind putting Volt on hold, but do we really need to think the werewolf's just going to sit back in the meantime and wait? No, I'm not sure of anything in this mansion anymore, and at this point I don't think making new rules is going to make much help either. Though we've got to choose someone to hang right now, there's nothing else we can do. So long as Entourage, I'll make up 1 vote. And I think it's safe to say that the 3 of them are definitely the seer. We also know that Edison's a villager, so that just leaves 3 of us unaccounted for. Me and Maria, So one of the 3 of us is a werewolf. Oh, that narrows it down, doesn't it? This is so exciting. It's okay, I understand. You all think I'm suspicious, right? You think this is all my fault. So okay, I'm not gonna run away. I have nothing to hide. Go ahead, soul. Divine my identity tonight. Don't change the subject. We're not talking about tonight. We're talking about whether to hold a vote right damn now. Why the hurry, Your Imperial Majesty? Feeling guilty about something, are we? Hey! J6, welcome to the stream. Yes, I got him NP3. I got 2 copies of him in 1 11 spin, and then he showed up again. Twice as Rainbow Sparks at that. So, I was not expecting him to be NP3. I was kind of hoping for the Dino, but yeah, she didn't show up at all. That does it. I'm shutting you up myself. You help me. I'm inclined to go with Napoleon. Enough is enough. Yeah, I really wanna just slug Mozart in the face right now. I know you will. We will slug him. Okay, Mash is on board with slugging Mozart. That's good to know. Mash is on board with slugging Mozart. We're gonna just keep using XA. Want to Voyager the most? You wanted the Dino the most, and we got 3 of the opposite. It's wild. Yeah, I mean, I did want at least 1 Voyager, because I want all of the foreigner servants at least once, but I was not expecting him to show up so prevalently, I will say. Hey, Marked, welcome. You have a theory Gawain does not exist. Counter proposal to Gawain not existing is, wait, are we talking an FGO or IRL, Marked? I'm confused. You have to elaborate. And if I could give out an extra copy of the Voyager, I would, but sadly I don't think that there's a trading system implemented for FGO yet. If there was, I certainly would be willing to share my wealth. And now I'm wondering, imagine for a moment that there was a trading system with FGO, but you had to give out the same NP, the same rarity of servant, Is there any way that could be abused? It's kind of hard to think. How could you abuse a trading system between servants? You would trade 2 dinos for 1 Voyager. That probably wouldn't be a bad trade, honestly. Gawain never existed in my Chaldea. I mean, Gawain exists in my Chaldea. Controversial note here. I like Gawain. Controversial opinion, I think Gawain is pretty cool. Controversial opinion, but I do think he is pretty cool. He's a good brother to Gareth, He is a pretty good brother. He's an amazing mashed potato chef, And I like mashed potatoes. So I'd be willing to try his mashed potatoes, that is certain. He tries to expand his cooking horizons. But mostly he's, of the sun, which is light. And, me, I'm all about the sun and light, so... Why are you telling me? Don't tell me you're on his side. We're not on Amadeus' side. We're just on the, rules side. At any rate, please try to calm him down, Napoleon. You couldn't get Gawain when they rolled for KP. Now MP2 Mo is your AoE Saber. NP2 Mo is a pretty good choice for an AoE Saber, let's be honest here. Given everything seen so far, it seems pretty clear Amadeus' role is, so... Oh me, oh my, somebody save me from the bad guy. Who asked you to compose a new song? Come on, Soul, we can't let him get away with this. We need to nail his ass before we can kill anyone else. Friendship ended with Gawain. Now, Mordred is my new knight. I would definitely prefer... I like Proto, don't get me wrong. Proto is an awesome dude. But I would definitely prefer Base, Seba, or Mo over him. I mean, he didn't run away. He didn't, but Jean said he just left the confines of the game's rules. Left the confines of the game's rules. Now I see I get what you mean, senpai. Hey, if I could, I would. If I could, I would give you Proto. Cyrus is 27. Cyrus from Pokemon, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Diamond and Pearl, is 27 years old. He does not look 27. Cyrus looks like a 40-year-old man, at least. Then again, age can be very deceiving. So I really shouldn't say that. Somebody's appearance does not necessarily indicate their age. I'm an example of that. I've seen many patients that are clear examples of that, too. And he became a Knight of Freedom and Justice so that he could protect everyone without the rule holding back. A Knight of Freedom and Justice? I like the sound of that. That's ridiculous. Where's your proof? Besides, you can't just go around changing the rules like... Why not? Did we agree to incorporate new house rule at the beginning of the game? One that you suggested, no less. Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. Oh, wow. It actually does say that. Interesting. Edison's remark. I, for one, have no issue adding a Knight of Freedom and Justice to the rule whatsoever. And if the werewolf tries to attack anyone tonight, you can bet he's going to do something to say about it. This is bullshit. How's the werewolf supposed to be able to win like that? You're turning it into a game of lynch mob. And it'll be just until Phantom and Emiya come back. Then we can hold a proper vote again. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a fair play to me. I guess. Unless you want to give yourself up now and save us the trouble, of course. You wish. I'm not one to give up. I'm going to hold out for as long as I can. You hear that, Soul? You and I are going to settle this tonight. Come to buy my identity if you dare. No! We cannot let Amadeus lead us by the nose! He's the fanatic. I know. He's the fanatic. Marie is the freaking werewolf. I called Emiya being the knight way before he actually was revealed to be the knight. Dion was the salty player who left mid-game. Now that we've come this far, I'm not going to back down without accepting your final champion, Amadeus. You 3-turn Poseidon. Nice. And Velvet, again, if I could, I would. I would trade you Proto for somebody of your Chaldea. But, sadly, it doesn't work that way. Sadly. Maybe at FGO Arcade, because don't they have physical cards for the servants? Yeah, isn't FGO Arcade like you physically have your servants or something like that? Yeah, so that would make trading servants a lot easier. Senpai, pretend we uncover Amadeus' identity. Wait for Jean. Jean's not going to come, is she? She's been ambushed, hasn't she? Taking her time today, isn't she? Maybe something happened to her. Like what? I don't know, but I'm sure it's not good. Hope you're wrong. Look out. Jean, is that you? Have your servants physically so you can kill kids without evidence. Ugh. Phantom. Watch out. Jean, what in the world's going on? It's a revolt they're trying to break the rules to. An enemy. No, it's the werewolf. Christine, take me with you, Christine. Bye, Phantom. Oh, wow. Please, you need to end this game in my place. Bye, Jean. Was not expecting Jean to go down, too. Honestly, wasn't. Interesting. It got Phantom, and now it's even got Jean. You're next. Bad Wolf, aren't you only supposed to attack one person per night? I mean, Knight of Freedom and Justice. What kind of silly-ass title is that? It was the most fitting name I could think of from somebody protecting us from the shadows like you are. Oh man, Abby Alter must not like that name. Freedom and Justice. He's a hero of justice again. You say so. I already forgot why I'm doing this. This is a hint to the game mechanic of servant coins. The foreshadowing of it, you mean. But Honey Beast, that I remember just fine. We're gonna bring it down. Alright, so Berserker. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's just bring XA into the party again, you know? XA is solid. XA is a solid one to use. I'm altered triggered. Bye, Mark. Thanks for stopping by, man. It was nice chatting with ya. So, Lycanthropy. Increased damage against humanoid enemies. Okay. Easy enough. No. And then it does breaks bar, so lower Scotty. Please don't cripple XA. It kind of crippled XA's stars a little bit there. The quick start. The quick's nearly guaranteed, but the other might not. Of course, currently, XA is the best Saba face in my Chaldea. For sure. No questions about that. And unless Castoria gets some... Oh. Well, that just happened. As I was about to say, unless Castoria gets some damn good character development, you know, I think XA will still maintain top Saba, or top Saba face position in Chaldea, you know? And it's going to need to be damn good character development for Castoria, which won't happen for a year, so who knows? XA will actually have her idol event before Castoria, so that'll further cement XA's position. Come on. You can't dislike the Sith Lord who has the Infinity Gauntlet, J6. Are you seriously saying you dislike the Sith Lord that has the Infinity Gauntlet? Essentially, at least. Marie? Oh, it is Amadeus. Okay, so I called that wrong. Those two were switched around, I'm guessing. I had guessed Mozart was the fanatic. I had guessed him as the fanatic and Marie as the other werewolf, so I guess I called that wrong. But he was totally leading us around by the nose. Thanks to you going along with my challenges, Soul. I had the time of my life. That's enough out of you, Wolf. Go on, get out of here. Maria, I couldn't ask for a better curtain call. Now my deceptive performance is complete. I still do like that skin for Mozart. I kind of hope we get that skin eventually. Maria, Edison, Napoleon, what are you all doing here? We came to see this through to the end, so he was the werewolf after all. Hang on, what about the last roll, the fanatic? Wasn't there someone else who went missing? It's probably them. If you mean Phantom, I'm afraid the werewolf got him too. Then I suppose his secrets are gone with him. Now that the ruler is gone, I guess we're the only ones who can say the game is ended. What do you all think? Would you say this qualifies? Fine by me. No objections here. Well, yeah, the traitor doesn't win if the mafia's all gone, so... Game finish! Thank goodness, now we can finally look for Iris. Say, Soul, would you mind if I came along too? You wanna go with us, Marie? I still want to play more, and I have a feeling I'll find much more exciting games if I'm with you three. Oh, is something wrong, my dear little traveler? What's going on, Voyager, senpai? Something wrong, Voyager? Oh, he'll get used to me soon enough. I just love children. They're so pure and innocent and beautiful. So what do you say, Soul? Is it okay if I come along? She's the bad of this, isn't she? Marie is the big bad of this event. Vive la Montejou. Before we go, we still need to figure out what to do with these tokens. You guys are going to keep on traveling, right? Then you ought to take them with you. We may not know much about these mysterious things right now, but we may well find an unexpected use for them in the future. Look, Senpai, all the tokens Jean was keeping have made their way into your inventory. Although Nursery Rhymes is still the game, she said it made her tired, so she wants to rest. Then I'll hold on to her for now. I figure I can at least be her opponent when she feels like playing again. Look, we keep moving again. This track leads to the next game. Whee! It's not Marie, it's the other one. What do you mean it's the other one? There you guys are. I was getting kind of worried since I couldn't get a hold of you. What are you all doing? What were you all doing? We were playing a game. A long game that like a protracted nightmare. I hope we've woken up. Dream, reality, it doesn't matter. Not as long as we've got the willpower, at least the tenacity to see things through the end. Indeed, but regardless, this train will continue to transport us out towards our next board of battle. Can we see Reese again? That's all I want. I'd love to get to know her, too. I'm sure she's just lovely. See, where'd Nursery Rhyme go off to? She's, a token now. What are you talking about? I do feel bad about what happened to her, but at least I'm able to make up for her absence. Sounds like a lot went down. Mind filling me in? Yep, plenty of time to exposition dump. Blarg. Exposition dump done. And with that, I do believe we have reached the... Oh, lots of tokens. 8 tokens. Good gracious. Looks like you encountered an unknown spot. Be careful. Yep, so that is under a lock and key, so I'm going to quickly here claim some mission rewards. Okay. So with that, I do think this is going to be where I call tonight's stream. I don't really want to farm too much, and I don't want to spend any apples, so yeah, Monday we'll be back with more of the event. If I remember correctly, the time gates should allow me pretty much all the way through except the epilogue by Monday here. So I'm pretty sure the epilogue unlocks the 10th, so yeah, we should be able to complete most of the rest of this event, story-wise, come Monday. If need be, we can stretch it into Wednesday as well, but that is for the future me to worry about. For now, I'm getting hungry. I need to get pizza, so I have been Soul Rack Dragon. I hope that you've enjoyed this stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games to play, and this will eventually start going up because I have finally finished uploading all of the Olympus Lost Belt, where I did a part-by-part part-by-part posting of the video. So if you want to watch it slowly, then you can do that there. But once again, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.